to the board. Activate.
All right.
Hello.
Hello,
everyone.
Fantastic. Well, it looks like we're a little light so far tonight. That's
Hey,
okay. So, how is everybody tonight?
Not bad. Can't complain.
I had cheesecake, so I am happy.
Ooh,
I am sated.
Yeah, cheesecake.
cheesecake.
Yeah, cheesecake. And you know, I'm like, so am I bringing it up? No, nothing. Not even
Yeah.
a little bit.
Did Sherry?
No, it's mine.
I'm enjoying my last few days of fall break, and then it's back to the grind.
What kind of cheesecake was it, Matt?
It's just a regular old cheesecake. My sister was trying out making her very first one, and turned out pretty well.
Hey, cheesecake is cheesecake.
Yeah.
It is
I
cheesecake.
think I'm getting a turtle one and a candy one from school, so I'm looking forward to those.
Very nice.
What's a candy cheesecake?
It's got like M&M. I think part of it has M&Ms in it. Part of it has like little Snicker pieces mixed in. It's like broke up into 3 sections. I think it's just like different types of candy that's mixed into the cheesecake itself. It's one of the new ones from the band.
Holy
Our band
diabetes.
Yep. There were.
I was going to say, that's...
It was that one.
That's a cheesecake
one.
that'll murder someone.
There were like 6 different options.
Cheesecake is my wife.
It's worth dying for.
My wife makes cheesecake. She's really good at it. So cheesecake is cheesecake. All
Welcome
about
to
it.
another episode of the Cheesecake Podcast, where we talk about all things cheesecake.
Right.
As long as it's not strawberry.
I would tune in.
All right. So let's.
Strawberry cheesecake. Yeah.
Okay. Cherry cheesecake. Yeah. Dutch chocolate cheesecake. Anyway, so many options. So let's just roll in real quick here with a quick introduction. Start out with you, Matt.
Hi, everyone. I'm Matt. I play Scotty Sims, aka the Rat. He is the wheeler and dealer of the group who got his ass thoroughly kicked last episode due to a multitude of natural ones, which I discovered the root cause of. I noticed this after we ended the last stream. So we have these dice here that I have on my table that we got from Greg, like Cyberpunk themed dice. And I realized that as a cruel joke the other day, I had them all facing up with a 1. And I think that affected my fate.
Which is because to transfer to his real life.
Yes, so this time I'm laying them so that they are all on the max roll, and we're going to see if this works. Or if I'm just insane.
Probably a bit of both.
Probably.
My dice stay in pretty little cases.
Wow.
I got some set on my desk, and I got some set in bags over there.
So next up on our list is Harper.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jenny. I play Harper Young, or Ring, as she is known. She is the badass biker chick / psychopath of the group, though she is starting to prove to be probably more of the one that makes sure that Rob doesn't go and blow shit up. At least here lately.
I mean,
so, yeah.
We blew up an entire parking garage last time.
And apparently is the one that all of the NPCs are starting to fall for at some point for some reason. She's had what? Three now? Maybe 4? that have tried to get her number.
I didn't
Notice
catch
the air
that.
quotes?
Wow. I guess you're right. Holy cow.
Ring's very approachable.
She is. She's very approachable. I mean, look at me here. Okay, come on now. Let's just look at this quick. Since you brought it up.
I mean,
Ring. There she is. I mean, come on.
Yeah, look at that face.
So approachable.
Who wouldn't want to go toss?
I mean, if I was by, I'd hit it. So you know.
Woof. Wow. I think that's a perfect segue into our resident pyro.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Rob. I play Paul Lucero. He, as has been mentioned, he is fond of explosives. Quite fond of them, in fact, and uses them liberally. He also likes his beer and his lo mein and the long walks on the beach and quiet time with his bird.
Beer, lo mein, long walks on the beach. Wow.
Yeah.
Starting to think we're creating a Tinder profile for him.
And apparently sushi as well.
Hey, I do have that date night app thing. I mean, we could, run you through that if you want.
That is actual thing. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Cyberpunk Red actually does have a dating app option. Yep.
Yes, they do.
They also have an MMO built into it too.
Yeah, elf lines. Absolutely.
Because why not?
What could be better than role playing a character that's role playing another character? I mean,
exactly.
Right? Right.
It's so much fun trying to do. Like, you're already doing an impression of your character, but doing an impression of your character, doing an impression of someone else, just adds another layer to it. It's really funny.
It's like that Tropic Thunder meme with RDJ.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
There is a group.
Dude.
There is a group that streams an Elfline stream, by the way, just so you know. Cybernation Uncensored.
Yeah, I remember you had mentioned them before.
Yeah.
I have to check them out.
All right. So with that, we'll do a quick recap of what happened last time on the BOR. And Scotty, since you seem to remember it so well, why don't you give us a recap, man?
So yeah, last time the gang got hungry, so we went out for a noodle run, and it did not go well. As they were going to the parking garage, uh, they got ambushed by Lobos and the Sixth Street gang. Thankfully, Paradox, who managed to escape from the bureau, also showed up at the same time to help. But it was just a bloodbath, man. Like, this one guy got pelted by like 4 grenades. Like, he didn't stand a chance. Both Ring and Scotty just took a lot of damage, partly in due to just a bunch of nat ones. It was just a bad time for everyone involved, honestly. But somehow the group managed to come out and kind of force Lobos to a retreat.
And poor Scotty couldn't keep a hold of a weapon.
Yeah, no. Okay, so those like mono blades, the super fancy
Oh, yeah.
cyber katanas. It's a thing where if you roll a nat 1, they break. And so Scotty, in his very first time ever using it, rolled a nat 1 and it broke. Then the
And
guy
then
across from him, who
Ring-
also had one, dropped his and it broke. It's just like, why are we spending money on these things?
We had 3 of them break that night because Ring also shot at one and broke it.
Yeah. So like they're so fragile.
Telling you.
So what are you're saying that monoblades are not a good investment? Is that what I'm hearing?
Not at all.
Very much.
Well, with the
And in fact, I'd be. Could Scotty, in between the last session and this one, have gotten someone to fix his bat already? He needs that. He's running out of weapons.
You guys need a techie.
It's for that.
You need a techie.
We had
We
one
do need a
once
techie.
upon a time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
you got
got,
you got him killed though. I mean,
Did
We did
get him
nothing.
killed?
we did not get him killed. The DM decided to kill him.
I mean,
what?
The higher powers got him killed.
The higher powers got him killed.
His luck ran out. Let's put it that way.
That it
Yeah.
did. That it did. It ran out. Poor Sawyer. You gotta just have a moment of silence for Sawyer.
Yeah, Rip Sawyer.
And I'll flash that up here on the screen real quick. That was Sawyer, our Danny DeVito looking little techie guy.
Gremlin.
Cyber DeVito.
Yes, Cyber DeVito.
That's his new nickname.
All right, so the parking garage incident is past you now, and you guys are back in the base. You managed to get your food and whatnot. Paradox she went off on her own for a bit, so she is not with you. Paul, where are you? What are you doing?
So, let's see. I'm assuming they continued on to kind of their goal of going to, well, get some food.
Yeah. We're gonna assume it's like the next day or maybe 2 days.
Okay. So yeah. After that, Paul got his beef lo mein and gathered up some extra munitions and explosives and whatnot. Paul is currently basically he's in the armory, actually taking stock of the weapons and ammunition stuff they have. All the stuff they've gathered over the little bit, because I know they took some of the armor off of some of the other BOR agents that they've encountered over their time, like the handful they've managed to kill. Just taking stock of all the weapons and stuff like that.
Gotcha. All right. And Ring.
Ring is actually coming out of the infirmary. She got messed up pretty bad at the last heal, so she walks out. She's sore as crap, but at least feeling better.
Yeah, you guys don't have
Mildly irritated, ready for revenge on Lobos.
All right. So, with you two doing your thing, Scotty, where are you?
I feel like Scotty was probably in the infirmary just before Ring was, probably also getting himself patched up after all that, because he is like cuts, bruises, burns, you name it after that fight. And has Playboy still been staying with the group in the base, or has she kind of moved out?
Yeah, she's kind of taken up residence a little bit, and in the command center where Sawyer was at, she cleaned it up.
Okay. So yeah, I think at this point, kind of after he kind of changed some of his bandages and whatnot, he was just kind of like chatting with her about some stuff.
Okay. All right. So, why are you looking over my shoulder?
It's like, look, I mean, we got a lot of business going on, right? Besides, he kind of like, he kind of just like leans in a little closely, in like some hushed tones, like, besides, what's the word on that place we've been looking at?
Well, here I wrote it down right here. She reaches over and grabs a pad of paper, rips off the top sheet. She's like, this is, there's no address, so it's just coordinates. It looks like it's, an abandoned facility of some sort. It's in the database for this place, so it's about all I can really tell you from here. You're going to have to actually go check it out if you want to know more.
This guy just kind of like scratches his chin as he's kind of looking at the piece of paper. He's like, well, maybe we could have some extra supplies for us. Might be worth checking out.
Maybe there's something valuable there. If you want,
Well,
I could go check it out if you want. I know some people.
Yeah, and you know us. Listen, I don't know about the people you know, but I'm a little keen to get first drop on this place.
Okay. You still haven't told me, what is this stuff? And she points at this spot on the screen. She's like, what is this stuff in these other rooms? There's a lot of power consumption in there. What's going on with that?
It's a lot of heavy stuff. And again, he kind of leans in a little close and whispers, like, listen, we got a lot going on, and I'll let you in on it eventually. Trust me.
Yeah. All right. So I'll keep digging through this database, and you're going to not be looking over my shoulder anymore, right?
Not for much longer. I've got to tell the others about this place to see what they think.
Yeah. Why don't you do that? She goes back to typing something on the keyboard.
That as he kind of turns around and starts to walk towards the common there. He's just kind of like, gee, love you too.
Love? What did you just say?
I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Come on, surely sound like you can handle a little bit of sarcasm.
Look, there's I like you, or I don't like you, or I just want to knock boots, but the love thing, no.
Ring will kind of step in and bypass and walk over, set a drink and some food down for her and be like, I mean, there could always be I tolerate.
There, that works. See?
I tolerate.
You know what? I bet you'd like me better if I had a pair of tits, right?
She actually kind of turns around and looks at you. Maybe.
See, now come on. That I'm not even. I just want to be friendly. That's all I want. I think I've been nothing but good to you.
Have you paid me
I
yet?
wish Paul was a fucking fly on the wall.
Say, I've paid you in some small installments already, and trust me, I'm good for it.
I see. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess maybe there's more than one way you could pay me.
He just kind of squints his eyes like, I don't like where you're going with this. Why do I not like the way you say that?
Ring just kind of stands there and taps her chin. She's like, I'm curious about this now.
I don't know. Would it help if I didn't have tits?
This guy like thinks for a moment. It's like, honestly, huh? unless you're talking about. Kind of looks over at Ring for a second, and then back to her, like, huh? Huh?
Playboy just glances at Ring and shakes her head. She turns back around, and goes back to doing what she was doing.
Ring just looks over and Scotty goes, where the fuck is your mind going?
Listen, she's not being all vague.
No.
Okay,
She
okay,
just shakes her head and turns to start walking out.
And this guy just kind of goes after her. He's like, look, okay, anyway. Playboy found this place. Okay, see? Kind of holds up the paper for her. It's like, we don't got much. She's kind of got like some coordinates, but apparently this place was in the database that she's been digging through. Might be worth checking out, you think?
Database that we have here?
Yeah.
Didn't we find another one, but it didn't... Do you think there's risk Lobos has found it? Because didn't she find the other one already?
He's kind of shrugs, like, we go check it out quietly, at least.
Quiet, right? You do know who we're working with, right? Mr. I'm going to use explosives on our fucking base and damn near try to kill everybody?
Yeah, we've really got to talk to him about that.
Wow.
I mean... I don't have a problem with explosives.
He's the only one.
Ring just kind of like glances at him. He's like, I mean, I don't have a problem with explosives as long as it's not, where I'm fucking staying at.
Listen, I mean, honestly, I think all of you guys could learn a little something about discretion.
She just kind of looks at him and goes, yeah. I'm going to go make sure my sniper's ready for this one. Chances are Paul's down in the armory anyway.
Probably. I think he likes looking at shiny guns.
I mean, they're pretty.
They're not bad. Not quite
and they
my
make
thing.
people go dead.
They do that, don't they?
Especially scouts.
Yeah.
And
anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
I'll go see the old man.
All right, so you guys head over to the armory?
Yep.
So, Paul, what are you doing over there right now?
Paul is actually out. He's done doing what he needed to do with basically taking inventory and stock of what they got. So he's broken down his shotgun and he's kind of cleaning it and making sure that it's ready to rock and roll when needed. He also has like about 4 grenades kind of sitting next to.
Wow.
Goodbye, Paul. Never a stream without technical difficulties.
The classic Streamlabs dropping for no reason.
Oh, okay.
No, was it?
Just me then.
No, it did me earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Streamlabs likes to do that.
Yeah. Streamlabs is an asshole.
Wow. Maybe you shouldn't have said that. Okay. welcome back. Okay. There we go, and one more. There we are. Everybody's back. Okay.
All right.
Good old Streamlabs.
Yeah, it's a little funky tonight for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so where you guys left off?
All right. So yeah, Paul's in the armory. He's finished taking inventory of the equipment that they have left. And ammo, the various types of weapons, from shotguns to rifles and all that jazz. He does have about 4 grenades sitting out on a crate near him, as his shotgun is kind of broken down, and the piece is busy cleaning it and making sure everything's functioning as it should be.
All right, so you guys walk in on this. This is what Paul is busying himself with. He has that shotgun tore apart as he's cleaning it.
So this guy walks in. I feel like the first thing he sees are those grenades, probably within arm's reach of Paul. And he kind of walks up and just kind of like scoots the container with him just a little bit away from Paul. It's like, "Hey, Paul, I got something here." Kind of shows Paul the piece of paper he got from Playboy.
Paul kind of looks over and okay.
It's Playboy found these coordinates in the database here. Seems to be some location maybe associated with this one. I'm not sure. Thinking about checking it out, see what's there.
So Paul pulls the cigar out of his mouth. He actually had a cigar that he was smoking the whole time. Kind of looks down at the coordinates and he's like, "Oh, why don't you go in the control room and bring it up on one of those screens so we can get a look at the fucking place. That way you know where you're walking in." Okay.
It's like, actually, he kind of leans in a little close. Like, I kind of want to try to keep this one on the down low from Mr. S.
Fair. I mean, what's there? Did she tell you?
He shakes his head, like, no clue. That's why we're gonna go check it out, and carefully, in case it's already got residents.
As he says that, Ring moves over and actually grabs her sniper down, and she starts cleaning it and make sure it's ready to go. And she's like, "That's why I'm bringing the toy."
I mean, you guys are heading out now, or you guys come to get me?
Coming to get you.
Okay. So he kind of he pops the half-smoked cigar back in his mouth. Starts putting back together his shotgun. He's already got his sidearm holstered. He grabs the 4 grenades. Kind of puts them on various parts of his gear. Grabs his leather jacket, and about maybe we'll say 5 minutes later, he's ready to go.
Ring just kind of looks over and is like, "There's only one thing I'm concerned about. If it's connected to this base, let's just say that a certain individual can't get connected to it. If we're, trying to keep on the down low."
I mean, Mr. S has had trouble enough getting connected to this place. I mean, he's still kind of out half the time working on that.
Fair.
I don't know if he can go out much further than this.
That's the thing, we don't really know. So, something we might want to consider.
Well, I guess we'll find out when
Yeah.
we get there.
Yeah, we will. I mean, no use kind of thinking that far ahead until we've scoped out the place and seen if it's even inhabitable. It could be just some rundown shithole.
Could be, or could be it has something nice waiting for us. Maybe some neat info on the bureau or some tech or whatever, supplies. It's definitely worth checking out.
I mean, either way, worth checking out, especially given the fact that we know Lobos knows a lot about a lot of these places. So if nothing else, even if we don't use it, we can make sure it's destroyed so that she can't. Or even rig it and invite her in and blow her bitch ass to pieces.
Feel the love.
That's actually not a half bad idea. So Paul, with that idea stated, Paul actually goes back to the armory and comes back with kind of a small kind of backpack, and inside that backpack are 3 satchel charges.
Sky just looks over at Ring. Like, you had to mention blowing things up, didn't you? We just talked about this.
Ring just shrugs and goes, I'm bringing the sniper, so, you know, you'll have fun. I get to keep my ass plenty far away from it.
It's like, whatever. Let's just get the truck.
She'll real quickly look at Scotty and go, and no mono blades.
I don't even have one left to bring. Those things. How's Kendachi get away with charging so much for those fragile ass things? It's within the span of 3 seconds, I saw 2 of them shatter like they were made of glass. I mean, it is in a way kind of glass, but you know what I mean. It's ridiculous. They're hyped up so much, in the commercials and stuff.
I mean, you talking the easy way to make money. Hype them up, make them look nice and fancy, charge an arm and leg. They like them so much they replace them. And I ain't worried about the semantics.
As soon as we're done with this, I'm going to find me someone who can fix my bat. That thing, all reliable. Doesn't break like those things do.
Fair. I'd probably say bring a gun tonight. Be on the safe side.
Like,
yeah, kid, do you know how to use a firearm?
Of course I do. And he kind of pulls out a magnum that he usually carries from the armor. He's like, I usually do keep this on me. I'm just a little better with a blade. Or a bat, or whatever.
Or a bat.
He also pulls out his combat
Fair
knife.
point.
He's like, yeah, see this? I'm a little better at this.
Oh, I mean, as long as we got the gear we're gonna need, that's good going. And as Paul's kind of walking to the elevator, he's kind of rubbing the side of his face, because it's now occurred to him he's gonna have to drive that lime green fucking truck.
Don't let Paradox hear you say that, and I'm not holding her back this time.
It's like, what the fuck? Who paints the car with lime green?
The same one that walks around with bubblegum pink hair and like stickers. Are you really freaking surprised?
Just be glad the truck isn't hot pink.
Actually, I'd be more worried that we would find, stickers all over it at some point, but
I wouldn't be
So far
surprised
we
at this point.
Never too late for that, though.
yeah, I'd be surprised. I don't think she'd quite go that far with the truck.
I think it's only
What
the
is-
steering wheel she's put stickers on.
All right, all right. So you got so you get to your lime green truck with stickers on the steering wheel.
Jesus Christ.
Who's driving?
Paul.
Rain climbs into the
Oh.
front passenger seat. She ain't driving.
Paul's driving. He's not going to trust the other two to drive.
Okay.
Wait, time out. Scotty's done amazingly with his driving. Nothing bad has happened with Scotty driving.
Amazingly.
But he's okay with letting Paul drive here.
Okay, he's fine with letting Paul drive. Got it.
All right. So you guys fire up your vehicle. You got Ring setting passenger side. Scotty's in the back, and you. So these are GPS coordinates that you have. It's not like an address. It's just coordinates. You didn't. How are you going to get there?
I mean, I assume by probably using a GPS from our I mean, we have agents.
Yep.
Anything like modern day cell phones, they would have a GPS in them, right?
Yep. All right.
Yes, I guess we punch that in.
All right. So, Scotty, you punch that in. You have directions. From what you can tell, you are going definitely out of the city and north. This isn't.
All right.
It's not even within the territory of Night City. It's outside of it.
All right, and he's pulling this up on his Nokia, and as soon as he like pulls it up once, he just kind of like saves the directions and kind of just shuts down like the active GPS part.
Okay. All right. From what you can tell, this place, whatever it is like out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing on the map by it. Doesn't even look like there's a road going out to it.
All right, and yeah, he kind of like relays that to the team. He's like, so this place is a little bit out of the city, real middle of nowhere. Like it's not even like a small gas station or whatever. It's like just in the middle of the place.
Why am I not fucking?
Well, this just means it's probably some secret they don't want anyone else near. Which means, gotta be something good there.
Or something really fucking worth nothing more than paintings.
Optimism, Paul, come on.
Paul's Mr. Optimism.
Oh yeah,
Ring's
just
sitting
oozing
here.
optimism.
Ring's just sitting here listening to the whole thing, then reaches over and grabs a pack of smokes from Paul, lights one up, and then just kind of sits there and shakes her head. It's like, to be fair, kid, I ain't really had much optimism with this group. Not y'all specifically, but the whole shit mess we're in.
And that's why I at least try.
Okay, how about you try for the both of us?
All right, Paul. So you pull the truck out of the parking garage onto the street, and Scotty, you gonna tell him the directions, or?
Yeah, he's gonna kind of. Yeah, he's directing. Paul, kind of reading out the directions.
All right. So, Paul, I need you to make a perception. Hold on, just 1 second. Yeah, make a perception roll for me.
That's 16.
Okay. So, as you pull out of the parking garage, I mean, you're basically on the edge of the Glen, so it's a pretty busy area. You do see cars coming and going on the street. One car does kind of stand out a little bit. It's a little bit of a nicer car parked across the street from you guys.
So Paul kind of clocks that car. Does he see anybody in there?
Windows are tilted. Or tinted, sorry.
Okay. So he relays that to the group. He's like, hey, what is it like? It is 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Off to your left.
All right. So he's like, my 9 o'clock. See that car that's way too nice for this fucking neighborhood. Yeah, it's been parked there for a minute, and let's make sure we're not getting followed.
Ring will kind of glance towards the car and then nods slightly, but doesn't really say anything.
Okay. So as you drive by the car, you notice it waits a little bit. Like there's a couple cars behind you, and then it pulls in. So there's a couple cars between you and it.
Okay.
So
Paul kind of makes a note of that.
Ring just kind of shakes her head, like, these fuckers never learn, do they?
Yep.
Yeah, this guy's gonna. I assume the truck's windows are probably tinted as well, right?
yeah.
Okay, so he kind of like looks back, kind of see where that car is. He's like, "Hey, Paul, see if you can't try to shake them. At least get them to lose sight of us for a sec."
And try
All
not
right.
to get
What are you
the truck.
planning, kid?
Try not to get the truck damaged, please.
I don't mean like.
So
I
yeah,
don't mean like taking off right now. At least take a turn, take some turns and stuff.
yeah. So Paul's gonna kind of take some innocuous turns, and as though he's driving, just casually, seeing if this thing is they're actually being tailed.
Yeah, and at a point where they've got like a little bit of a lead and a turn, so there's kind of like the breaking of line of sight.
Mhm.
Scotty's actually going to turn on one of the tracker jammers that he has.
Okay.
It's like, all right, they saw us turn this way, but take another turn as soon as you can before they can get line of sight on us.
Give me a driving roll, Paul.
All right. It is my drives. That's an 11.
So you take a turn following the instructions that Scotty gave you. If you're watching this other automobile, it makes the same turn.
Mm-hmm. I was like, well, kid, whatever you did didn't work.
It's like this thing's supposed to block any. Well, this thing's supposed to block any trackers, so they should be able to track us by our signal. Either
Mm-hmm.
they might be tracking something else, or they just have a good intuition of where we're going.
Could also be tracking us by drones.
I hope not. I don't think we're going to be able to shake any of those.
Well,
Yeah,
so let's start heading. Paul is going to take a couple of evasive kind of maneuvers, but he's trying to keep it casual. Not make it so that it's not super obvious. When it comes to yellow light, he kind of makes sure he speeds up so he beats the red kind of deal.
Well, obviously you're in the city, so I mean, traffic kind of plays a role in there. I mean, they do seem to be taking the same turns that you take, so maybe they're following you, maybe not. They drop back a couple cars, then a couple cars will pull off or make a turn. At a couple of instances, this car actually ends up right behind you.
Gotcha. Okay. Huh. I mean, So he kind of, at a certain point, as they're kind of making a scenic route towards their destination, Paul kind of looks over at Ring and kind of over his shoulder at Scotty. He's like, I mean, unless we want to take some more drastic measures, I say we just get to where we're going to go and we deal with them on the way.
I mean, if they're following us,
'Cause
they're
it
going to
looks like
follow us.
Yep.
I guess so. Probably wouldn't be the best to try to pull something in the middle of the city like this.
Yep.
If it's
So
Lobo 3 her
he
crew,
just
it
starts
wouldn't
pulling off
matter.
True. So he pulls off and he jumps on the freeway and heads outside the city towards the Badlands.
Okay.
That's where the coordinates are taking them, right?
Yep. Well,
Badlands.
not the freeway.
Kind of.
But you do end up heading north.
Okay.
Through Watson, out past the oil fields, in the docks, and out into the Badlands. This other automobile is still back there. So as you're heading out into the kind of the last little bit of the city, you see basically like a way station. Looks like it was a old service station, right on the corner. Kind of the last place to stop before you leave the city.
Gotcha. Is there anybody there as we pull in?
Yeah, oh, you're pulling in? There's people there. They don't look they look kind of shady.
I mean, that's not
Paul
unusual.
kind of pulls in. He kind of slows, pulls in. Kind of rolls down the window a little bit, and first person he sees, he kind of motions him to come over.
Hey, nice ride you got here.
Yeah, and it's gonna stay that way. See, I have a proposition for you, my friend. Got 1,000 eddies for you and your friends if you give this vehicle behind us some trouble.
You got 1,000 eddies and this nice vehicle. Okay. So give me a persuasion roll.
I mean, Greg, looks like this if he makes the wrong decision, he's gonna die today. Let's see. That was a 13.
1,000 eddies to give. Well, I don't see anybody. I'm looking. I don't see nothing. What are you talking about?
You will. And they also have a much better car than this one. It's not lime green.
All right. You give me the 1,000 eddies, we'll take care of it.
And he hands him over 1,000 eddies. And drives off.
This guy
Before we drive off, can Scotty roll a human perception to see if this guy's even taking that seriously?
Sure. Go ahead, Scotty.
All right. 17.
Yeah, you get the distinct feeling that this guy thinks you're chumps.
Before Paul is able to take off, Sky's just gonna kind of lean forward from the back seat. It's like, hey, Paul, I'm pretty sure he's gonna take that money and do nothing.
Yeah, probably. But hopefully it gives them some small incentive to do something. Should those fuckers pull in here? And he kind of pulls them around the far side of this, way station, and kind of like away from the group of morons.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of just sits there for a minute. He has the window about halfway down, and he's looking towards the road to see if they're coming.
Okay, so you're kind of on the other side of this place. And you see that car kind of peek past one of the buildings as it's coming up the highway. It does not pull in here. It follows the highway. And you do see a couple of these guys start waving at it. One of them pulls his shirt up. And the car just keeps driving right on along. Slows down a little bit when it comes around the corner because you're right there. Slows down a little bit, but then continues on past you.
Yeah. So Paul gives it like a minute, and then moves back towards the road and kind of continues on towards their destination, keeping an eye out for the car.
Okay. Well, you can tell it's headed down the road. Maybe at a pretty good. It looks like they're picking up speed as they're heading down the road.
Okay.
Within probably.
He's
What are you doing?
He's kind of keeping distance. I mean, unless there's other cars on the road, which this is the Badlands, is doubtful. I'm pretty sure it knows that he's behind, so he's keeping his distance, kind of keeping them in sight. But
About 5-10 minutes as you're driving. I mean, as you pull off onto the road in behind this car, you can see it's picking up speed pretty rapidly, and within probably about 5 minutes, it's gone down the road. You can't see it anymore.
Gotcha. So with that said, Paul kind of looks over the edge. He's like, "Keep your eyes peeled. This might be some fucking ploy or some shit, but they were definitely following us." So.
Following us or became chicken shits, took off.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Well, the deal is, they could be chicken shits.
Some tells me we're not that lucky.
No, but most likely chicken shits probably went back, tell quote unquote mommy that where we're headed.
Yeah, probably.
I'm just surprised you're not more upset about that one foul you just wasted there.
It wasn't a waste.
It
was, though. It really kind of was. They didn't do jack shit.
He's just gonna make us.
No, go ahead.
Ring just goes. He's gonna try to make us pay for shit. Just means
I'm not gonna trust him with my money. You know, if that's the way he spends it.
Just means he's at our mercy when he wants his freaking lo mein.
This guy just kind of like scratches his chin.
If I want my money back, I can go back, kill them, and take my money back.
You an idiot.
Still, that not as good as if you were just to not trust those guys at all.
Yeah, well. Hopefully they use it to buy drugs and then die.
I mean, depending on how you look at it, very well could have succeeded in what he wanted, which could be the reason that, they didn't pull in was because they knew that we probably did something like that, which is also why they took off. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. See, she's smart. You can learn a thing or two from her kid.
Ring looks over at Paul at that point and goes, "Quit being a fucking kiss ass. It doesn't work for you."
I ain't kissed him nothing. So yeah, he just continues.
Okay.
Continues on the road.
So give me
the destination.
Give me another perception roll. Actually, all of you, give me a perception roll if you would.
All right.
Is a 14.
14 for me as well.
Okay.
A 10.
A 10. That's a big 10.
Hey, Tama, it's definitely all natural.
All right. So you guys continue on down this road. It's I mean, you're basically driving along the ocean. So you get north of the city, I'm going to say probably 2-3 miles, and you've got bluffs and low cliffs that are kind of overlooking the ocean. beaches. Well, what used to be nice beaches. You get out probably about an hour and 20 minutes north of the city. And
Okay.
as you're driving out there, I mean, you don't see any highways leading off of this one highway, which is, it's not real well traveled. You do see what looks like it might have been an old dirt road leading off to your right.
Okay.
And I'm going to have each of you roll perception again.
17.
Oh, wrong skill. 13.
Okay. So, Harper, you just, you guys are driving along and you just happen to notice, because low hills, so it's kind of up and down as you're driving. You just happen to notice that there is a vehicle behind you. It's quite a ways back. And Paul, like,
24.
eagle eyes it. Yeah, that car's back. It's behind you.
Okay.
Ring just kind of shakes her head and she's like, yeah, too good to be true. You want me to try to snipe the bitch, or just keep letting it follow us and deal with it when we get there?
I mean, if you can blow out its engine block, yeah. I mean, he kind of looks over her and kind of looks at Scotty. You think you can set up her sniper rifle back there in the back of the truck? Pop open that window there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bitch to try to get that shot, but
I'll do what I can to try to help her get that thing set up.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so you're going to keep on driving past this road? Or, well, what you think might be a road? So you can set up the sniper rifle, or what are you going to do? Are you going to stop? Are you going to pull down that road? Or are you going to keep going?
He's going to pull down that road.
Okay. So the ride just got significantly bumpier as Paul pulls off the highway and into the sand.
when he does that, Ring just kind of glances over and goes, yeah, you just fucked that shot. So, alternative measures. We'll deal with them when we get there.
That works for me.
Okay.
At least that'll give us time to set up anyway.
Yep.
You guys get, probably 2 miles out. Within a few hundred yards, it doesn't look like there was a road here anymore. So you just kind of keep driving. And you get to a space. The coordinates are not far from you. Maybe another half a mile. But you get to a spot where the vehicle is struggling to get through the sand, and it's really super ruddy. There's actually some washout ravines and whatnot here. This truck is probably not going to make it. You could try it.
Ring's gonna glance around and look over at Paul and go, you do realize you destroy this truck, she is going to be more than pissed off at you.
Yeah, well, he kind of... So before it gets too rough, he looks for a place to pull off.
Sure.
Like maybe like a sand dune or something for them to kind of pull behind.
There's some bushes, there's some trees. Not big trees, but you could probably hide the vehicle.
Okay. So yeah, he pulls off to kind of the thickest copse of trees that he sees, and kind of pulls that back behind them. And he kind of makes sure that it's set up in a way where it can it has a good view of the road that they just came down. So like, you think you can set up here and take a good shot?
I can try.
All right, well, get to it. Come on, kids, let's get out and get a good vantage point.
Yeah, sure.
So you guys are setting up an ambush? Is that what I'm hearing?
Pretty
We've
much.
been ambushed
Yep,
too
that's
many
right.
times. It's time for us to ambush someone for once. And our luck, they're not even going to be bad guys.
Okay.
Ring's gonna use her
Probably not.
her years of experience with the revenge method and work on getting set up for a shot.
So
they're probably trying to flag us down to talk about our cards instead of
wow. No,
Determination there.
no, they want to talk to you about an AARP membership.
That
Oh, maybe they come back with the classic. 2077. It comes back, the Nigerian prince, and he needs your help.
Oh my god. Jesus.
So yeah, you guys, you get your sniper rifle set up. Are you still doing it in the car or on the ground? Where are you setting up at?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Paul, did you kind of like park the car in a spot where it's a little hidden from view from like the most drivable path? Or is it like
but still it has a good no, it's hidden, but it still has a good line of sight to the road.
Okay.
Basically what I'm thinking is she could probably set the rifle on top of the roof of the car and use that as a shooting platform. And just stand in the truck bed.
Okay. So you're set up on top of the vehicle, and Scotty and Paul. So you guys are what are you just walking around?
Nope. Paul kind of walks off to basically he's moving off to a position that's going to have intersecting fields of fire. So fire from Ring, and then like basically perpendicular angles of fire for when the car pulls up.
Okay, are you guys?
If it pulls up.
Are you up this path, like in the direction of where it would be coming from? Are you up? Yeah.
Well,
okay.
We're up towards the direction that it would potentially be going, but we have visual on where it's coming, where it would be coming from.
So y'all are walking further up the path.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. I'm gonna have you give me a stealth check, both of you.
All right.
Okay.
19.
That's a 14, but I'm gonna spend some luck there. I spend 3 luck to make that 17.
Okay. So you do see, this car coming. This car is definitely not built for this. So it's struggling a bit to get through the sand. And actually a good probably 60 yards from where your truck is at, it gets stuck.
Okay.
And whoever's driving it tries to rock it a little bit, and it just seems like it's just getting more stuck. Like they're just digging a hole.
This guy just kind of looks over at Paul's like, huh. Guess they weren't prepared to come out here either.
Guess not.
Should we, take the shot?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. I'm starting to think these are either amateurs or idiots. Maybe both.
Okay, how about this? And I guess at this point they're probably talking over the comms, so just so a Ring could hear as well. It's like,
yeah.
Like, should I okay, maybe we wait a second if they keep staying stuck. Maybe at least I reveal myself while you two stay hidden, and try to talk, see what's up with these guys. If anything goes down, you guys can take the shots.
Yeah, that works for me, kid.
So as you guys are talking, this car is like rocking back and forth. They're shifting forward, shifting back, really getting on the gas, trying to get this thing unstuck. And you start to see a little bit of steam coming out from under the hood.
Ring pipes up and goes,
Thank
keep
you,
this
sir.
shit up. They're gonna cause that whole damn thing to blow.
Man, I'm tempted to let them, though. Whatever.
Yeah,
After
I want
after
to see where this goes.
after a little bit, it stops moving, almost like they put it in park. And the door opens up, and out of this vehicle hops a female. She's short. This is what she looks like. Exactly like that. So she hops out of the vehicle. She looks upset. She looks not happy. She's looking around at the vehicle, kind of front and back, looking at the tires, and she just up and kicks the car.
Ringo kind of pipe up to the others and it's like, be careful, but I don't know, something's odd about this one.
Lobo.
Yeah, it's not Lobos, not 6th Street either.
Kid, how about you go do your talking, and we'll keep an eye on you from here.
Yeah, sure. Then Scotty, he's gonna move from his position and start kind of walking. And like,
Okay.
how far is it at the moment?
You
Like,
guys are
between him and
you guys are
Rashid's.
like maybe 30 feet away from where the car is at.
Okay, so a lot closer than I was thinking. All right. So he's gonna walk until he's like say like 20 to 15 feet away from her.
She doesn't appear to notice you. As a matter of fact, she's like got one hand on the side of the vehicle and she's like bent down trying to look underneath the vehicle. You hear something, it sounds like she's fuck, god damn it, fucking piece of shit.
And this guy's just gonna call out, like, so, what are you doing all the way out here?
Whoa! You really shouldn't sneak up on people like that.
If I wanted to sneak up on you, I would have. I wouldn't be talking to you right now. Now, what are you doing out here in a car like that?
I could ask you this, well, what are you even doing out here? Do you have a car? Are you a nomad?
Sure. Now, why don't you answer my question?
You don't look like any nomad I've ever seen.
Yeah, nomads got different styles. You know, not long ago out here in the Badlands, I saw, a bunch of guys dressed like Elvis, okay?
A bunch of guys dressed like... Who's Elvis? What?
Really old celebrity guy. Trust me, those guys were weird. Called themselves the Kings. Anyway, what are you,
the Kings.
what are you doing out here with a thing like that? You know that's... You gotta have an off-road vehicle for a place like this.
I'm delivering pizzas. What does it look like?
This guy just gives her a look that's like, pizzas. Out here. Middle of nowhere.
What? Now nomads can't order pizza?
Pretty sure they'd stick to the roads. I don't think any pizza delivery is gonna look like that. Maybe
Look,
it's living.
are you here to pick up the pizza or what?
He's gonna call that. It's like, sure, why don't you show me the pizza?
Yeah. I'll get them for you. She opens up the back door of the car, reaches in. You now have a shotgun pointed at you, Scotty. Racked and ready to go. I know you got friends. Tell them to come out. Now.
Way I see it right now, you're outnumbered. I don't think you want to do that right now. So why don't you put that down, and you can tell me what you're really here for.
I'm here for you to help me get this car unstuck. And I suppose I'm going to need your friends, too. So you just be a good little boy and call them.
Please tell me that we can hear all of this.
Please. Paul's gonna fucking piss himself laughing.
I think Sky's probably had the comms open for the words that he's been saying, though I don't know if what she's saying has been able to get through. But I assume that they can probably see the shotgun she's pulled.
Oh, yeah.
What is... Rain's just gonna pipe up. What the hell is going on over there? Why does she have a shotgun in your face?
She's got a combat shotgun. Auto fire.
Sky just kind of like replies back to her, and again, like he's using the internal agent, so he's not like vocally speaking. He's like, she wants us to help her get the car out there.
And where's Paul? Because I come out, I'm keeping my ass right here.
We'll keep you hidden for now. Paul, why don't you come out?
Hey, Paul will probably come out when he gets back from whatever he's doing.
It's like, and he just looks at her. It's like, all right, I'll get my buddy over here now. And you know what? We'll graciously help you get your car unstuck. But what I want you to tell me is why the hell you've been following us.
Look, pal, I don't know what you're talking about. I just need you to help me get this piece of shit out of the sand so I can go on my merry way.
Don't bullshit me.
I'm having a bad enough day as it is.
Failing us this entire time.
I think you have delusions of grandeur, buddy. If you really want my number, all you gotta do is ask. Hold on a minute.
So Paul kind of
Y'all chased him away.
Oh, wow.
He's like, no, I'm out of here.
Streamlabs is being nice tonight.
Yeah, for real.
Power right now to be a problem.
There you are. You're back.
All right. Okay.
Did you catch that last piece?
Last I heard was if you want my
I
number
did, yes.
or something like that.
Yeah. That's what she said to you. If you wanted my number, all you had to do was ask. Not that I'm going to give it to you, but you could ask for it.
And at this point, has Paul kind of walked out?
He has. He's kind of made his way out.
Oh, look. There's your friend. So now you, and she's, you know,
He does have his own combat shotgun out and pointed at her.
It's like, look, you don't need to be pointing that at me, but, you know, two big strong men and just little old me, I need to protect myself. So you need to, meaning you, ratty looking guy, need to get in the car while he pushes it.
Why do I need to go in?
Well, why do you think? Because I can't go in.
It's your fucking car.
It's your
Why
car!
don't you go in?
And you think that I'm going to trust you? Two guys out here in the middle of nowhere? pointing guns at me, frickin'
You
popping
pointed the
out
gun
of the
first.
bush.
Okay,
You're the
you know
one
what?
who were fo-
He kind of looks at Paul, and then Her's like, "Why don't you both put the guns down, and then we can talk? All right? Yeah."
Paul
Maybe.
kind of motions for her to go first.
No. You got to go first.
I'm saying at the same time. Look, I'll even do a countdown for you if you want. We can do this, mutually at the same time. No waiting for whoever. Sound good? Yeah?
Ring's gonna pipe up and be like, guys, I've got my sniper trained in on her. Just put the damn gun down. Y'all can
Paul
gang
kind
up
of
on her.
drops the combat shotgun kind of on its sling and kind of lets it hang in front of him. It's like, how about you now put your fucking weapon away and you get in the car. You do the driving and we'll push.
Yeah, when you let your weapon fall, you see she lets out a really big sigh. I mean, she looks tense, like she was very tense. And as soon as you put your weapon down, she's not as forceful with the shotgun. She kind of lowers it. She definitely looks like she knows how to use it. So, okay, all right. So you're really gonna help me, right?
Yeah, first of all, let's rewind. What the fuck are you doing way the fuck out here? And why have you been following us about this entire time?
What is this? What is this with following you? Are you I'm not following you. Are you gonna help me with this? Get this?
Yeah, just get in the fucking truck and get ready to put some gas on it. Come on, yeah, let's get this fucking damn
Okay.
car. This
She hops in the car, sets the shotgun next to her. It does have tinted windows. Pretty dark too. You can tell she's in there, but you can't. From a distance, you wouldn't be able to see in the vehicle. And after she gets in the vehicle, she shuts the door, and you hear the click of the locks. And
that's fine. Paul doesn't give a shit.
She puts it in gear.
Paul is gonna step back behind the driver's side rear wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna start trying to push.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's
you need
right
me to
there
roll?
with them.
So roll a d10 plus your body.
D10 plus body.
Mhm.
Okay. Where's my body? That. Okay.
Let's say this. It's 10 plus that.
I got a 14.
I got a 13.
Okay. So, Ring, from your vantage point, you're watching this. You hear the conversation, but you see her get in the car. You see these two guys kind of line up and start pushing it, and she's gunning it to get it out of there. They're pushing it, and they get it about 10 feet, and suddenly there's a burst of steam from under the hood, and you hear this thing start to knock, like cluck, 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 cluck. Nothing. But you can hear the pinging sound as if like a steam being released.
Fantastic.
Guys,
I'm no mechanic, but that didn't sound good.
that's not good what I'm seeing there. Y'all need y'all need to get the hell out of there.
So you hear her. She's trying to start the vehicle. You hear it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Click, click, click.
Paul kind of steps back and he walks over to the driver's side door and kind of knocks on the glass.
And she, uses the power windows, lowers the window, and you can just see this defeated sigh
It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you just blew your radiator or something. This ain't going nowhere. So you want to answer why the fuck you out here? Because I know you ain't delivering no fucking pizzas.
She gives you this sidelong look, kind of like, lays her head to the side and just kind of looks up at you, like, really?
If you tell us, we might be willing to help you out a little.
The pizzas are right there in the back seat. You can look, you can see for yourself. They're right there. They're in the back seat.
So he actually does peek at the back seat to see if there are pizzas.
Yeah, there's pizza boxes back there.
Paul kind of looks at her, looks at the pizza box.
It's like 20 of them.
Her. So, those pizzas paid for?
Wait, she actually has
whoa,
pizzas?
Whoa. Now you're going to rob me? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. I'm just saying. Kind of hungry now, and he pulls out like a 20 eddies. Like, how much for a pie?
You know what? Just have some pizza. It's fine.
Like, Sky's reporting this to Rings, like, she actually has pizzas. That's crazy.
Fucking sweet.
Guys, I don't think she's one of theirs. Like, she genuinely seems to, like... I don't know.
So she, as you guys were talking, she gets back out of the vehicle, opens up the back of the vehicle, and grabs out a couple boxes of pizzas, puts them on top of the car, and opens them up. They're not hot anymore, but it's pizza.
He kind of offers her the first slice. He's like, "Go ahead, man, shit. Might as well get yourself some food."
They're from a little place called Michelangelo's.
Hey, cowabunga, baby. So he offers her the first slice. He's like, you might as well get yourself something to eat.
Is Ring literally sitting here watching them eat pizza in front of her?
Yeah, pretty much.
At this point.
She's gonna very calmly come over and go, you better fucking bring me a slice because somebody's fixing to end up with a bullet in their fucking gut if they don't.
Well, after she takes her slice, Paul kind of watches her eat it. And he takes a couple slices, one in each hand, and he starts chowing down.
So she kind of
sliced for Ring as well.
She kind of leans up against the car and she's eating the pizza. Definitely doesn't look happy with the whole situation. All right, so why are you out here? What are you doing out here? You're obviously not nomads.
We're looking for something. But enough about us. Where were these going?
Out here somewhere. I don't know. This is like the only spot that looked like there's a road, and I seen the tire tracks back there and the sand, and I thought this has to be it.
What's the address that you're going to?
They told me it's the only road on the right. Like I said, there's the tire. There, you can kind of still see them right there. See? They're not all mine. There's other tracks there. There's another vehicle here somewhere.
Are those tracks ours?
Yeah.
This guy's looking at that. It's like, yeah, I think that was us.
Paul kind of comes over the cons like, hey, I think you're right, Ring. She's doing fine. She might as well get yourself something.
Oh.
Ring. Good.
Well, that means that you have a vehicle, right? Right?
Yeah.
Well, good then. You can give me a ride back to town. I just gave you some pizza, and it's really good pizza.
Back to town. That's the kind of looks at Paul's like,
I'm patient. I don't have anywhere to be. I'll just hang out. Whatever you're doing, just you're not in the freaky shit, are you? I mean, you're not out here doing weird stuff.
No.
Ring will be coming out of cover about this time and walking up.
So as she does, Paul looks at her and he's like, "Yeah, right. We're not into freaky shit, are we?"
The fuck?
She
thinks we're into freaky shit.
Roll perception check real quick. Scotty and actually Ring, not you, Paul.
All right.
Okay.
I got a 21 with a nat 10.
16.
So, for a split second, when Ring steps out, this lady, you see a not really a look of surprise, but kind of a, like an anticipation, sort of, almost like concern for a moment, and then she sighs again. She's like, well, another female's a nice sight.
Ring just kind of looks over and is like, these two giving you issues?
Well, they're your friend. They're kind of weird, but yeah, they're okay.
I wouldn't necessarily call them friends. Acquaintances.
Damn.
This guy just like puts his
After
hand
all
over
we've
his
been
heart as he
through,
just kind of
shit.
gives her this like hurt look. It's like, after all we've been through.
Seriously, I mean, Paul's right there with him. He's like, after all the shit we've been through, we just acquaintances? God damn.
I thought at the least frenemies.
See if
Look, I'm
I'll buy you anymore.
I'm obviously not going
He actually
anywhere.
grabs one of the pizza boxes for himself.
So she looks at you guys, and she says, I'm obviously not going anywhere. So I can just tag along with you if you don't mind. I mean, I don't really want to be walking out here by myself, if that's okay.
That's a given. Why don't we start this off on a slightly better foot? Name's Harper.
Harper. Tanisha.
So what brought you out here other than for pizzas? Because let's face it, anybody that would have ordered pizzas out here knew they were going to be cold as crap.
I need the money. I mean, I've made a couple of runs like this. This one was a little weird, absolutely, but I need the money, and I need the money. Obviously, my car's a piece of shit.
Yeah, this ain't exactly the place to bring a car like that.
I've seen the tire tracks. I thought, maybe, but yeah, no.
Yeah, the deal is, I got a friend that's a nomad. Even she would have known better. Like, I'm sorry. You don't come out to a place like this in a car.
I'm not a nomad.
I mean, yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. It's like, he kind of looks at you. It's like, should we just take her back to the city real quick and then get back to what we were doing? I mean, it's a pain in the ass, but I don't know, get some pizza out of it.
Well, what are you doing? I mean, I could help.
Ring's gonna come over the comm so she's not talking out loud. It's like, you do realize we're wasting time if we take her back to town, right?
You mean you're okay with taking her to this God knows what that we're gonna be checking out?
3 of us want her. She's really a problem. You think it's gonna be much of an issue? Besides, if she is working for Lobos, better that she's with us and we can handle it quick.
This guy's like kind of pauses for a second. It's like,
Besides, if it is Lobos, you know this chick's gonna be sending shit back to her. Why not let us feed her what we want her to know instead of, what she finds out?
yeah, we have no idea
True,
what we're even going to
true.
be feeding her to begin with. But I don't know, Paul. What do you think?
I'm of the same opinion, to be honest. I don't really feel like fucking dropping back anyway. And she gave us some pizza, so
Alright, and this guy's just gonna look at her and he's like, "So, you good with that? You good with the shotgun?"
Yeah, I know how to use it.
Okay, just be prepared. You may or may not have to use it where we're going.
Okay.
All right, come with us.
Just out of curiosity, they give you an address or GPS coordinates or anything like that of where you were going?
No, they just told me that it was the only road on the right. I know it's a little weird, but these
You
people
happen
are
to
kind of
know-
weird.
You happen to know who the order came from?
Yeah, they didn't tell me that. Some guy named Richter or something like that. Bunch of nomads. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm. One just kind of glances at the other two.
This guy just shrugs like, "Name doesn't ring a bell to me."
Nope, but we gonna have to continue on foot because this damn road's too rough to try to
Yeah.
take a vehicle.
yep. All right. So he actually looks over at Scotty. He's like, "So how far until we hit those coordinates?"
Good question, DM. How far until we hit those coordinates?
Like a half a mile.
Half a mile? Okay, that's not bad. So he just tells you, I was like, about half a mile out. So kind of looks at the
It's a decent
area.
little walk.
Obviously not very good for driving. It's like, we could go there on foot.
Unless you got a better alternative or a way to make a vehicle get out there, we don't have a choice.
Yeah, I really don't want to get that thing stuck. Not for nothing. I don't really want to deal with Paradox, but also really, really don't want to walk back home. So leave the truck, and we schlep it in. And with that, he grabs his pizza box and stuffs another slice in his mouth and starts walking.
And Ring's got her sniper and her rifle both strapped over her shoulder at this point. So.
Okay. Well, in this lady starts walking with you.
Does she grab her own shotgun?
Oh yeah, she's got her own shotgun.
Before they actually head out, Paul does tell, "Hey, grab whatever you need from your vehicle."
She's like, I'm good. She takes her heels off and starts walking with you guys.
Ring's gonna look over and be like, "Yeah, next time you get a run like this, I'm gonna give you a real quick piece of advice. Tell him fuck no, especially dressed like that."
Usually this helps. As she points to the shotgun.
Yeah, it don't help as much as you think.
Well,
So yeah, Paul's walking, eating some pizza, and keeping an eye out.
I don't know.
Most delivery drivers these days are only packing handguns. She's at least got something a little heavier than that.
It definitely made him think twice when I pulled it up.
She looks over at Sky and is like, "Yeah, you'd have been surprised."
Anyway, you know any plans to be able to get your car out of there?
I suppose I'll have to talk to some people I know a guy who has a truck that can probably pull it out.
Who?
He's got a little shop.
Right,
Dino's his name.
Dino.
Yeah. Well,
Dino.
I mean, I guess on our way back into the city, if you want, we could drop you there.
Yeah, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys got any more questions for her? She's just kind of tagging along with you.
I imagine the rest of the walk's probably
No.
some like small talk and whatnot, right?
Around a mouthful of pizza, Paul does ask her name.
Tanisha.
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 Michelangelo's is not bad. Not bad at all. Not as good as lo mein, but not bad.
That's pretty.
As far
It's
as
pretty
pizza
good.
go, I prefer Leonardo's.
Greg seems
Yeah.
like a Donatello now.
That Leonardo does not know how to make pizza. Come on.
Wait,
Michelangelo's
okay.
is the real deal.
Well, what about Raphael's?
It's a little too sweet for me.
Donatello's? Shredder's Pizzeria.
Wow. All
You
right.
know Night City had a bunch
How
of
many
different
more?
pizza places.
How many more TMNT characters do you know?
I don't know. I'm more partial to Freddy's.
Oh, God.
Hey, at least it's not Buck a Slice. All right.
Yep.
All right. So as you guys are walking out there, a half a mile walk through the sand takes you a while. And as you start coming up, there's some dunes here. As you start coming up over this dune, you're expecting to see whatever this is in front of you in the valley there. And you see 3 vehicles that are parked out in front of this cave. They're definitely nomad vehicles. They're built to drive in this shit. And they look like they're just parked there in front of a cave.
What's up, guys?
She-
Good.
Kind of peeking over the dune, I guess. Kind of keeping hidden. It's like, well, that cave might be what we're looking for, but seems like we're not the first people to get here.
To
No,
me,
and I'd rather do this
Definitely
without
that's
a
what it looks
bloody
like.
mess.
Tanisha does suddenly, I mean, she's, looks a little bit more experienced now. She kind of ducks down behind the dune, a little bit off from you guys, lifts up her glasses a little bit, is kind of looking, puts her glasses back down.
Ring kind of side eyes her
So
as she's noticing.
maybe these are the people that ordered the pizza?
It's kind of looks at her. It's like, why would they order pizza and have it delivered here of all places?
I don't know, maybe a beach party or some shit?
She lifts up her glasses again and looks down there. She's like, seems pretty quiet for a beach party. And she looks around behind you guys. She's like, where's the beach?
Ring just kind of shakes her head.
So is that where you're going? Are we going there?
Yeah, I think so.
Guess that's where we're supposed to go.
Yeah, Scotty kind of like double checks the coordinates just to make sure.
Yep.
And Paul kind of looks over at Tanisha and Scotty, and he's like, "You guys want to head down there? Me and Harper will cover you guys from here.
Me?
Kid, you're good at talking, so maybe this won't turn into a firefight. You, good sir."
You want me to head down there when I just gave their pizza to you? Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
It's good.
Ring kind of glances over and goes, chances are if they're the ones that ordered it, you're the one they're going to be expecting. you're probably more likely to be a playoff if the car you had broke down, and that's why you got the pizza with you.
This
Yeah,
guy's trying to say,
exactly.
about as good a story as we can get.
Shit. Okay.
Ring will pull off the sniper from her shoulder, and she kind of gets it set up. And of course, she's sweaty, but she's
All right. Look. I'm not really delivering pizza, okay? Somebody paid me to follow you out here. I am not walking up to these people. No.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
as she says that, Paul pulls out his revolver and presses it into her side. He's like, "Okay, so we've got to the truth, the heart of the matter. First of all, thank you for the pizza. Secondly, who paid you?"
I don't know. I'm just doing my job, okay? So you don't have to point your gun at me. I'm not here to do anything. I was just paid to follow you and report back. That's it.
Report back, Hal.
Okay, and what have you reported back so far?
I gotta meet some
And
guy
that-
at Michelangelo's Pizza.
Who?
Some guy. Maybe that's his name. I don't know.
Okay, well here's what's gonna happen, Tanisha, if that's your real name. You, the kid here, are gonna go down there, and you're gonna play nice. You're gonna flash your tits, whatever you gotta do.
I ain't going down there.
Figure out.
I ain't going
I
down
guess
there.
you're gonna die here in the city.
Ring just looks at Paul and goes, "Shut up for 2 seconds. Let her talk." She looks back at Tanisha and she's like, "Why don't you want to go down there? What are you expecting to have happen?"
Find a way.
Well, why don't you wanna go down there?
Slice of pizza.
All right,
Because
look.
you all
Don't any of you have optics? She lifts up her glasses. She has 2 cyber eyes. 2 optics. Both scoped. Look down there. At the front of the 3rd vehicle, the one on the left, look. I'm not going down there.
Ring's like, cyber optics was the one damn thing I tried to fucking avoid getting. Especially given all the other shit they shoved in me.
Yeah, well, in my line of work, when you have people trying to evade you all the time, they come in pretty fucking handy.
Yeah. What is your line of work exactly, other than for stalking us?
I'm a PI. Thank you. So just take a look. Yeah, I'm a lawman, like that one. She points at you,
Yeah.
Paul.
He wasn't the only one, bitch.
I know you. I know how you are.
Standing near her, has Scotty's bug detector gone off?
No, it has not, actually.
Okay.
Paul kind of looks at her like, "What the fuck's that supposed to be?"
I know your type.
What is our type?
What type?
His type.
Enlighten me.
Are we really going to sit here in the sand? Did you look down there? Do you even have any idea what you're doing? Do you people even know where you're going? What is this place?
As they're talking, Ring's actually focusing her scope in on where she's pointing out.
There is a body laying there.
Can she tell who it is?
Looks not anybody you've ever seen before. It looks like a nomad.
Just a body just laid out in the open.
You notice that one of the vehicles is actually still running.
Yeah.
As you look around, you also see some burn marks on the you can't really see down into this cave, but you do see some burn marks on the side of the wall, like maybe there was an explosive or something that went off there.
Guys, I don't think it's nomads we're dealing with.
Think it's Raffin?
Given the fact
Raffin?
that she was paid to follow us, no.
Talking about the guys out there.
Again, given that she was paid to follow us out to this location,
Whoa. I wasn't paid to follow you out to any location. I was just paid to follow you. I was just waiting for you to come out. That's it. That was my job. To wait for you to come out, see where you go, report back. Trust me, I didn't want to be all the way out here, but I was already out here, so. And I had the pizza pretty good cover, don't you think? I mean.
No, not really. Not out here.
Well, worked on these
Paul's
two.
finishing off the last slice of the pizza box.
She looked at her and she's like, these two bozos think with their stomach. Well, that one, and she points towards Paul, thinks with his stomach 90% of the time, so.
Yeah, I figured you'd call me right away.
I'm hungry.
But you didn't.
All right, well, we still got to get down there and figure out what the fuck this is, so.
An ambush.
Probably.
All right, so I'll stay right here and keep an eye on it. And
Yeah, no.
What?
Ring just shakes her head like, no, because either one of us is seven, stay up here with you, which means we're one man short down there, or your butt's coming with us, because chances are we move down there, first chance you get, you're going to hightail it out.
Well, would that be so bad?
Considering the fact that I know your type with that one, yeah, I've hunted your bitcoin down. Ain't happening. You're going with us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Ring looks towards
That's a
Paul.
good question.
We going in guns blazing, or are we going to try to sneak our way through this?
We really don't know how many are down there and what kind of ordnance they got, so I say we take the quiet approach. But before we continue, I need to use the bathroom.
Okay. Looking at the lay of the land, does it even look like it'd be possible to sneak into that cave? Like, how open is it, or is there like things that they can kind of use for cover?
Oh, the cave itself is kind of goes into the side of what looks. I mean, it's kind of a small hill that it goes into the side of, rocky hill. The mouth of the cave kind of sets down in a little ravine where these cars are parked. And it's not a tight ravine. It's, you're probably 30, 40 feet with a space, kind of a bowl shape that's there. So if you were just walking along out here, you would not see this unless you come, just like you guys walked up on it. Then you see it. You wouldn't see it. If you're just walking by, say at 50 yards or whatever, you'd never know that this was here.
Okay, yeah. And these guys are kind of like at the mouth of the cave.
The vehicles, yes. And the one body that you see.
Okay, but we don't. Okay, so we see a body, but do we see actual people out there, or just the cars and body?
Just the cars and the body.
Okay.
Ring's gonna kind of glance around and goes, I'm too out in the open for sniper with this.
Yeah, let's see. We could probably definitely get a lot closer without being seen. Doesn't look like they have any people posted outside, so they're probably inside.
Yeah, but from the looks of it, one way in, one way out. At least from where we're at right now.
I could just stay here and cover you.
Ring kind of looks over at the girl and she's like, no. Ain't gonna happen.
Where am I gonna go? I mean, my car's stuck. You have a vehicle somewhere. I mean, I don't know where it's at, so.
Like, you here to investigate us, find out what we're doing? Well,
Here's
this is the best way to get some front row seats. Find out what we're doing.
Fine. All right, so I think we're gonna take a short break here, since we have Paul off at the bathroom. So let's do that. We'll take 10 minutes and stretch our legs, grab something to eat, something to drink, whatever you need to do, and I will see you guys back in 10 minutes. How's that?
All right.
All right.
'Cause we lost everything. We had to pay the price. I saw in you what life was missing. You lit a flame that consumed my hate. I'm now one for reminiscing, but I traded all for your sweet embrace. 'Cause we lost everything. We had to pay the price. There's a canvas with two faces of fallen angels who loved and lost. It was a passion for the ages, but in the end, guess we paid the cost. I think of beauty, I know, will never fade away. What you did to me, I know. Said what you had to say, but I think of beauty will never fade away. Will never fade away. I see your eyes, I know you see me. You're like a ghost, you're everywhere.
she satisfies. Leather jacket, zipped up tight. And no big ones come in, look for lost and found. Iron gleams bright and night city, where your appetite waits you out your sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City. Here in Night City, got me up alright. Here in Night City. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street. Don't testify. You got to whisper now on your arm, and so we keep on moving. Gotta take it slow. No, she pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City. Here in Night City, got me up alright. Here in Night City. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City.
Got chrome in my bloodstream, got a hot metal soul. I'm craving serious action, not this bankrupt rock and roll. Sips of passing in the top, riding how my slots are shot. Metal burning beneath my skin, I'm chipping in, chipping in. Ships are buzzing in blood shot, riding high, my slots are shot. Metal burning beneath my skin, I'm chipping in, chipping in. Got my back to the wall, chipping in. Come on, hear my call, chipping in. I'm the man of steel, chipping in. Fucking feeling I'm real. Justice gonna there'll be violence, gonna boost and hit the street. Comparing and finding troves, meet and greet and packing heat. Control spitting molten lead. Can't be killed 'cause I'm ready there. Stand tall, feed the ghost within. Chipping in, chipping in.
All right.
And we are back.
Awesome. So,
Hey, Forska. Welcome, Fusuke. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Yeah, Foos is streaming tonight as well, so she's got her Dungeons and Dragons campaign going on.
Nice.
So, okay, we have. You guys are at the top of the dune. Who's so everybody's gonna head down and check this out?
Yep, Ring mentioned that it was too open for her to try to snipe.
All right. So when it comes to these 3 vehicles parked in front of this cave, I mean, how are you guys going to approach this?
I mean,
I was going to look for the best approach that gives them a clear kind of line of sight on their enemies, but doesn't gives them a way to get up to those vehicles without getting spotted super early.
Okay.
yeah, like dunes, bushes, whatever.
Yeah.
As you
Rocks.
as you guys move up on these vehicles, your hostage is a little tentative about this whole thing. She's got her shotgun. She seems to stick kind of close to Raiden. And as you move up on these vehicles, you see the one on the far right is still running. There's nobody in the vehicles.
Huh?
As you get up on the vehicles, you see 2 more figures laying on the ground. Obviously, there was an explosion of some sort.
Are the other? You said there's 3 vehicles. Are there the other 2 vehicles like jacked up?
Nope. One of them looks like it's taken a little bit of the brunt of the explosion in the front end. The other one looks like it's just sitting there.
Wonder if these guys are already dead. I mean, we see a couple bodies already. Doesn't seem to be anyone in that car right there that's running.
No. Huh. Well, Paul kind of walks up to the body, start checking for pulses and stuff like that.
No pulses. These 3, the 2 that are closer to the explosion look like they've been ripped up pretty good. The one that Ring could see from the top of the dune, looks like they've basically their chest has been cut open. Like rippers.
Oh,
like a ripper. Just sliced them open.
And
mm-hmm.
Scotty's gonna check out the cars, kind of see if there are any clues of who these guys were or what they were doing here.
On the vehicles themselves, usually nomads have some sort of marking on them. And the markings on these have a name. This is Westeros.
Westeros. Alright, is that any name that we would recognize?
Nothing local to Night City for sure.
Okay. So Scotty kind of reports it back to the others. Like, looks like these guys are associated with some group called Westeros. Not something I'm familiar with. Don't know if that's if that's their nomad tribe or what.
Looks like Ring is her signals dropped, so she'll hopefully be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, Streamlabs really acting up today.
Yeah, Streamlabs about to serious talking to.
I'm not sure she hasn't been booted all the way out. So what are you doing, Paul? You see, I mean, these guys are there's still weapons and whatnot from them here. There does look like there was some weapons discharged. As you look into the mouth of this cave, it's definitely a man-made structure, kind of a natural structure that was converted. It looks like there's rail tracks that lead down into this cave. The sand kind of ends out in steel grating and slopes down. It looks like the rail tracks they must have ran out to something in the sand because they're buried in the sand.
Gotcha. So the body's been checked, the cars have been checked. So he's I mean, probably shouldn't make our way in there. Just be careful. Keep our heads on a swivel.
Yeah, sure thing. And do any of these bodies have like a good like say melee weapon on them, like anything that would probably be better than Scotty's combat knife? Scotty seems to keep losing his melee weapons.
Odd or even?
He really does. He's got super bad luck.
Even Steven.
Give me just 1 second. Welcome back, Raymond.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll come back in.
You find... well, actually, you find a suppression baton. So it's an electrified baton.
All right. And what kind of damage does that do?
Just a D6.
Okay, so it's like a light?
Yeah.
Okay.
The electrification gives you a chance to stun.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so Scotty will just take that off one of the bodies and just kind of like stick in his coat pocket.
All right. So, real quickly for you, Ring, I don't know how much you actually heard there. There are three bodies. The one
The last thing I heard was that one had his chest ripped open by rippers, and that's where bit all that shit.
Tanisha just kind of stands there looking at this body of the one who's was ripped open. She just kind of stands there looking at it. Okay, so it looks like they're all dead. Can we go now?
Nope.
Come on, investigator. Don't you want to investigate what killed these people?
Yeah, we gotta go in a little deeper.
A little deeper? You mean you're going in there?
Yeah.
Yep.
So are you.
Yep.
Well, you first.
Rick is gonna look over at Paul and be like, "Your idea to go in deeper. Have fun."
Paul kind of rolls his eyes. He kind of brings his shotgun up and heads down into the fucking cave. Bunch of pussies.
Okay. So, as you guys head down into this cave, you notice that there are some. It must be on a motion sensor or something. There are some fluorescents that come on, kind of pop on. You see a couple more bodies as you go down into this thing. And there's a door, probably about 30 feet the slant down is maybe about a 20-degree angle, so it's not super steep. And down at the end is a large metal door, almost not like a huge. It's more or less like a pass-through door, but it's definitely a vault-style door.
Gotcha. Okay, so Paul kind of looks down at the body. He checks each of the bodies to see if they're either of them are alive.
Ring's gonna also see if any of them have had rippers used on them or anything like that suggests somebody else was present.
One of them does. One of them looks like they again were slashed across the chest. The other one looks like it was stabbed in the eye with something cylindrical.
Rippers, which means somebody was up close and personal. As she kind of glances down at her nails and then back up, she's like, very, very up close and personal.
Yeah, these guys died badly. Let's make sure we're on the lookout so we don't end up like them. And he starts to make his way towards the vault door.
It kind of looks like these two that you find, the bodies that you find down here, were coming from inside. So it looks like they were trying to go back up.
Gotcha. So with that in mind, he's also going to check to see if there's any keys or anything like that.
Oh.
Okay. So with that, he's going to continue on to the door.
Okay, there's a large crank wheel on the door.
He's
got some scuff
look,
marks on it, like it's been pried.
Gotcha. So he looks over at Scotty, at Ring, and what's the girl's name again?
Tanisha.
Tanisha. He looks over at the three of them. He's like, all right, well, get ready. And he walks over to the crank wheel and starts cranking it.
Ring's gonna be watching the surroundings, especially given the state that the guys are in.
Okay.
Is this just that one path leading down?
Yep.
Okay.
It's just one path straight down to a steel wall with this door. And it actually turns relatively freely. It's not like it's a big, you don't actually have to fight with it. You just kind of turn it about 10 times and you hear the mechanism inside release and the door kind of moves a little bit.
So as he hears the release and the door kind of like, I guess, pops open a little bit, he reaches for the lip and begins to pull it open.
Okay. Inside. So you guys get inside here. The door opens up into what looks like a greeting area.
Okay.
It's
That's strange. And he kind of says that aloud to himself.
That is strange.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
So you get inside here. And I mean, this is like a large chamber. This room has a desk at the opposite end. Some computer equipment. None of it looks like it's on. There's some artwork on the walls. You can tell it hasn't been disturbed in a while. You do see that it's not like dusty footprints and stuff like that. I mean, things have been moving around in here. But you do see some footprints.
Are we able to tell if they're like fresh at all or what?
But so all of you are going to move into the room?
Ring's gonna follow Paul in and kind of look around. She's got a rifle out. Not the sniper, just a regular rifle.
So what's that?
Paul pulled the door wide the door wide for them to go in.
Okay. Is he ushering everybody in?
Yeah, he's like, all right, get your asses in there, let's go.
Okay, Tanisha kind of stops outside the door. She's like, well, How about if I just wait here? I can guard the door and make sure nobody comes in behind you.
Or you could lock us in.
Come on.
You
Get
come
your
on,
ass in
come on,
there.
get your ass in here,
You got no
investigator.
time.
Look,
Just rubbing that in.
Mr. Whatever you are. Fine. She
Irene just kind of
steps.
shakes her head a bit.
She steps in. Yeah, she's definitely not dressed for being out here. I mean, skin tight leathers, and I mean, her hair's well done. I mean, she definitely looks like she takes care of herself for sure.
For an investigator, she's more worried about her appearance than actually doing her fucking job. And Paul says as much.
Irene kind of glances over and goes, "Yeah, it's kind of like the yuppities my dad used to work for or with. That's the reason I hunted their bastard asses down."
So you guys all get into the room, and so you were looking for footprints and stuff like that?
Irene's just looking around in general. She's not necessarily looking for anything specific.
Paul,
Paul was doing the same, but he was kind of basically saying if there's any more people. And he's looking for signs of if there's any more than just the ones they found.
All right. So Paul, you walk in last. Okay. And as you're walking into the room, the other three are in the room. I'm going to have you roll a D10 against your cool for me. All of you.
All right. D10 voices and cool.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, Ring's not staying cool.
I'm cool as a cucumber, baby.
All right. Up from behind the desk. Hold on just a second. So up from behind the desk that I told you is at the other end of the room, pops a person. And it looks like a nomad. I mean, dressed in what would be desert field camo, with the hoodie over and everything. Female voice. No, wait. Ring. Take a shot.
Oh,
Watch her roll a nat 10.
Yeah, that would be my luck. Nope.
Oh, woo!
That one. The one time I'm thankful for the gun to jam.
Odd or even, Ring?
Odd. Fuck!
Well, you called it. It's odd.
That was an odd. Yeah, you called it. It's odd.
So, your gun doesn't jam. It's maybe a dud round. You squeeze the trigger and nothing comes out. But as that happens, Paul, Scotty, you guys are pretty cool with this whole thing. You look over there, you see this person, you see the reaction of Ring. I mean, she literally spins around and pulls the trigger. And in that moment, in that heartbeat, you also hear click. The door you came through is now shut.
Ring.
Son of a
fucking shit!
Is there the turning valve on this side too, or any visible way to open it back up?
You gonna go check it out?
Yeah, Sky's gonna immediately kind of go back to the door and just okay, where does this thing? Just kind of looking, way to open it, handle, valve, whatever.
The person from behind the desk is like, fuck. You gotta have a key card to open it. God damn it.
Paul's shotgun is trained on the woman, but he obviously is not pulling the trigger. And when Ring does pull the trigger, he reaches over and kind of moves the barrel of her gun down a little bit. It's like, hey, easy there, Speedy Gonzalez.
Ring's actually gonna turn and try to hit him when he touches the gun.
Oh, okay. Like, you're going to turn and try and hit him? Well, go ahead and roll.
What, brawl?
Roll brawling.
Yeah.
And if you're going to try to evade this, then go ahead and roll brawling, Paul.
16.
Okay. 19.
Yeah, you 16 against a 19. You
Yeah.
what does that look like? She tries to hit you, and you do what?
Paul just kind of slaps the buttstock away. What the fuck are you doing? I'm the one who's supposed to shoot people
She
without
startled me, and
provocation.
then you fucking touched my gun, bitch. That's the fuck off. And you can tell she's tense right now, both because she's irritated because
Relax.
Miss Pi keeps trying to get away, and then somebody's surprising
Paul turns his attention back to the. I'm assuming it's the woman behind the desk.
Yeah.
Or the person behind the desk.
Yeah.
Okay. He looks at her like, what are you shushing me for? He's not even yelling. He is speaking loud enough for her to hear.
You're going to draw its attention.
It's what is it?
This is what she
Paul
looks
kind
like.
of looks around. Okay. Paul kind of looks around and are there more bodies in here?
One.
One. He kind of looks
In,
at
not a body. It's in there. You have her, and then behind the desk is an injured nomad.
Oh, okay. So can he see the injured nomad from where he's at?
Yeah, once you guys move up on the desk, and she's not trying to fight with you or anything. She's just she's like, you gotta be quiet. Look, I don't know who you are. This is my claim, but I'm really glad to see you.
Ring's like, yeah, sorry. On edge. A lot of drama shit. Thank God the gun decided to be a piece of shit today.
Guessing you
Look,
two
we're
are
not here to
Westeros folk.
Yeah, how'd you know? Oh, the vehicles.
Yeah, and all the other guys out there. I'd say your claim isn't going very well, huh?
Yeah, we're not looking to
Look, we all have bad days.
What the fuck is going on? And what do you mean its attention? What? I'm assuming the thing or whatever
It's
the fuck.
him. This guy's fucking whack.
Look at
Probably
Cyberpunk loose here or something.
Probably.
What's he
Great.
look like?
Fucking
All I know is that, we come in here, nobody answered, the door was open, so we got in, same thing happened to us, well, the two of us, the others were able to get outside before the door closed, and that's it, that's all I can tell you.
All right. He said this door needs a key card for us to get back out.
Yeah.
Have you tried? He kind of looks around and he's trying to get a lay of the land. What does he see? What does he look at?
The room itself is about 20 by 40. There is a door there's two doors. There's a door directly across from the desk, kind of leading to your right, that's open. And there's a second door kind of directly behind the desk that's closed.
So he starts moving toward the open door, and he's peeking, keeping his weapon up and trained on down the hallway. He's like, so how deep does this? And he notices now that this is not. This isn't just some wayward stash house or
Oh, yeah.
half-assed.
No, it's not.
Thing.
This actually looks an awful lot like, as far as design goes, it looks an awful lot like your facility.
Huh. So, have you guys tried going deeper into the facility?
We didn't make it very far, just the next couple of rooms. I mean, this place seems to be powered down, but whoever this guy is, there's some power, obviously. The door's locked. Whoever this guy is, he, I don't know, he must live here or something.
Yeah. Okay. And Paul kind of looks over at Scotty and Ring with the realization that this looks an awful lot like their base.
Yeah, Sky's kind of nods like, yeah,
Some,
looking just a little familiar.
There's some sort of weird laboratory kind of down that hallway and to the left. It's like a medical bay or something. I don't know. We didn't get a good look at it before we got jumped.
All right. Well, he kind of looks at Scotty and Ring and looks at Tanisha. It's like, all right, well, I guess Little Miss Pizza Delivery Girl, you're gonna stay here with them. How's your boy doing? He kind of points to the injured nomad.
Oh, he's not good. He's took a gut shot. Been able to stop the
Paul
bleeding, but
Paul moves over to him, and he actually is going to try to administer some forced aid.
okay. We'll say you go ahead and do that. You patch him up a bit, get him stabilized.
He kind of covers up the wound and doesn't really bother looking for a bullet, at least not yet. And he just kind of covers up the wound. And he's like, you keep pressure on that, and he might live to see tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Sky's gonna check his Nokia real quick. Is he getting any signal here?
With the Nokia, no. Nothing.
Okay. So he's gonna look at this nomad and go, so in case you didn't know too much of the situation out there, we saw 3 of your cars. Were there any more? Is that what you all came in?
That's what we came in. I was afraid that would happen.
Are there any more of you out there that know that you guys came here?
Well, there was 6 of us. Seven of us.
This guy's like kind of counting in his head, like,
Yep, sounds about. So basically, y'all 2 are the only left.
No, that's unfortunate. They're
no
good people.
Backup either.
Well, we didn't expect anybody to be here. This place has been sitting here for a long time.
How'd you get in?
The door was open.
Probably the same way we
You
did.
mean that huge ass? I mean, yeah, but that huge ass door just laying there wide open?
Well, I had to turn the handle, but yeah, it was open.
Okay, so that means this place has probably been used at least sometime in the very, very recent past. All
Apparently,
right, well,
there's some psycho running around down here.
Yeah,
but what I'm worried about is the fact that it looks so vaguely familiar.
So Paul kind of comes over the comps. He's like, how much you guys want to bet it might be one of us? Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm
At
afraid
very
of.
least, there's a good chance.
Are
Things
you
like, but they said guys, so.
Are you engaging your internal agent for the comms?
Yeah, I think that's what we were trying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things like, but the guys had rippers, and they said it looked like a guy, so I don't know if any of y'all have rippers.
I don't
Nope,
got any, but
in here.
I mean,
As far as I know,
no-
I'm the only one with rippers, and I for sure tell like no guys, so I don't think it's one of us.
well, just because we don't have doesn't mean another clone couldn't.
I mean, fair, but typically, at least from what we've seen with Paradox, they stay pretty relative to most of what we got.
He shrugs. I don't know. Never saw Paradox #1 go invisible.
I mean, that's fair.
Look, whatever the case, there's something down here and it's dangerous. And if we want to get out, we're gonna have to find a key card.
Yeah,
Which
which means we're gonna have to deal with
probably we're gonna have to run into that thing.
whatever it or
Yep.
whoever it is.
So Paul kind of looks at Tanisha and the two nomads. He's like, "You guys hold up here. You guys got any weapons or anything like that to keep from dying?"
Yeah, the one nomad does have. She's got a heavy pistol.
All right.
And
Oh,
Tanisha has her trusty shotgun.
Shotgun. Well, you guys are gonna stay here. You're gonna prep your boy there to get ready to move once we finish flushing this guy out. And he looks at the other two. He's like, "Well, let's go figure this shit out. Apparently, we need a fucking car key to get out of here." Anyway, so.
So you
Ring
guys,
Surprise is
keep going,
actually gonna take off her sniper and she's gonna hand it to Nish and go, "Guard it. I'll be back for it." Also gives y'all an extra weapon if you need it.
okay.
And this guy's gonna see that happening. He's gonna look over and he's just like, okay, now listen to me when I say this. Do not let even a scratch on that thing. Okay, she will go nuts. I'm saying this for your safety. Come on, just be very careful.
Ring's gonna look over. It's like, I ain't that fucking bad over the damn thing.
Okay.
Am I wrong though?
I mean, it depends on if they scratch it intentionally or if it's done because, they're having to use a thing as a fucking weapon against somebody else. Yeah.
He's gonna look back over to Tanisha. So yeah, careful.
So Tanisha goes to set it on the desk, and it slips a little bit and almost falls.
You're just gonna see Ring do this number with her hand, kind of gripping her fist. She's like, "You're damn lucky I got a soft spot for nomads. I'm gonna go over here now. I mean it. Anything happens to that, that's not because you're using it as a fucking club against somebody's skull." Yeah. Anyway, shall we go, boys?
Yep.
Yeah.
So at least try to get through quietly. If we're lucky, maybe we get the jump on whoever's down here instead of the other way around.
I hope so. So Paul's going to start moving into the interior of this facility. Shotgun at the ready.
All right. As you guys are moving into the interior, you're basically moving down that hallway. You begin to hear like something being almost like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
You just see Ring's spine, like that tingle going down the spine. She's like, "Fuck, I hate that sound."
Yeah. Sky's right there with her, just like visibly like cringing at the sound, like, ugh.
Paul really doesn't react to the sound. Doesn't seem to bother him.
As you're moving through this next hallway, there is minimal light. Mainly it's red light, almost like there's some security lighting. Off to your left, there's a short hallway that opens up into a room off to your left, or the hallway continues to go straight.
Huh. Paul kind of looks down towards their left, and he kind of comes over the internal comms. So you guys post up here. I'm gonna go clear down this way real quick. And he veers off left.
So this as you walk through this area, I mean it's not like a normal hallway. There are biohazard signs here. This entryway seems like it is a hazmat entryway. It has heavy shielding. It's just all wide open right now. Looks like it's equipped with some sort of decontamination chamber. So you pass, you pass through that. Go ahead.
So yeah, he walks like right through the decontamination chamber. I guess all the blast doors are open and everything.
Yep.
All right, so he strolls in. He noticed that, like, and when he notices where he's at, he kind of hesitates for a moment. You know, that whole, well, I'm gonna step in and these motherfuckers are gonna close on me. But when he proceeds through, he's like, okay, something's off. But he continues on into the next room.
Yeah, nothing happens as you go through here. When you get into the next room, again, the ambient lighting that's in here, but there does seem to be some power, because as you come into this room, several lights come on. And in this room, you see there's chambers in here that look just like the cryo chambers in your facility. There's 4 tubes and 2 what look like cryo chamber med beds.
Okay, he immediately kind of still clearing the room towards the center of this room and kind of making sure that he's not about to get ambushed. He kind of walks up to the cryo tubes and peeks inside.
They're empty.
Oh. He's relaying kind of this information back to the other 2 holding security in the hallway. And he looks over at the med beds. I'm assuming they're empty as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he surmises this is probably the medical facility for this bunker, and he's looking around for like any key cards or anything that might look like something that they can use to open that door.
Okay, you don't find anything in here.
So he heads back out and start making his way back to the other 2.
Okay, so just a moment while you're in there doing that, what are you 2 doing out in the hallway?
I think Scotty, he's going to scout the other direction a little bit. Like, he's not going to go too far.
Okay.
But he's going to see what he can find if he just goes a little bit in the other direction.
So
he's going to go about as quietly as he can.
Okay. And really quickly, Ring, what are you doing?
Ring's going to put herself in a position where she can kind of watch the direction both of them are going, but also where she can keep a good eye on Scotty so that he's not going too far off.
Okay.
Since Paul, kind of took off and didn't bother making sure that they could see him.
So, Scotty, as you kind of edge your way down that hallway, not you're being careful not to go all the way to the end of the hallway, but as you kind of edge your way down that hallway, you're pretty sure you hear some movement, like footsteps. Heavy footsteps.
Alright, it's gonna relay it to the others over the comms, like, the way I went, footsteps sound heavy.
So, Paul, as you're getting ready to leave, you get that message.
All right, kid. Well, hold your position. I'm on my way back. Just be careful.
Right. And like, based on the way that Scotty heard it, like, how far does it see? Like, would Scotty have to go far to try to get a visual on what it is, or is it like kind of echoing down the way?
It's a little hard to tell. But you would guess that it might be pretty close. So it doesn't sound like it's like a long ways away from you, like it's an echo coming down the hall. It sounds like you can hear the echo as well, but it sounds like it's actually not very far away. Like if you went to the end of this hallway, you might even be able to see something.
All right. And he's going to say to the other two, he's like, I'm going to see if I can get a look at it. Try to stay hidden.
Ring will just tell him, be careful, please.
Hey, I'm good at being sneaky, all right? I got this. Jinxing myself with a nat one here.
Yep.
Scotty's going to start moving. He's going to start moving up as quietly as he can to where he can try to get a little peek at whatever is around the corner.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Oh, not a nat one. Okay, that's a 23.
I was going to say, did he just get a nat one?
No.
Did he just wizard's curse himself?
I feel like I set up my own nat ones a lot of the time, but not
really
that
do.
time. There's no watching YouTube videos of Cyber Samurai, stuff like that.
All right, Scotty, so you get to the end of the hallway in this open door, and the chamber beyond you is a long chamber. There's the floor you're on kind of leads out another, say, 20 feet or so. Then it looks like there's some steps down. Kind of off to your left is a hallway. And standing at the top of the steps on the left side is this.
Oh dear. So some guy in a mecha suit, something like that.
Looks if anything, you would guess that it is a suborbital suit.
All right. So this guy gets a peek at that, and he's gonna report to you that it's like, I see a guy, bald head, looks like he's wearing a suborbital suit, like for space.
It's it's a linear frame, is what it is.
Oh, okay.
So
But
it
does
actually
Scotty recognize that as such, or
this one is designed for space use. So that's it. It kind of looks like a spacesuit. I'll just leave it up there for a bit so you can see. Take a look at it.
okay? All right. So it looks like it's a linear frame, probably meant for space use. Whatever the fuck he's doing down here.
Yeah, this guy's and his legs are all augmented. Possibly his arms are augmented. This guy's got a lot of cyberware. You can tell that.
Yeah, guy's augmented to hell. Might have been right on the money with the cyber psycho bit.
Well, don't engage just yet. Kind of want to get an idea if there are any more of him ready to wake up. Because, yeah, this is one of our facilities, and there were, DM question, 4 tubes?
Yep, 4 tubes. Kind of convenient.
4 tubes and two med beds, and they're all empty.
Well, I definitely don't plan on taking a psycho by myself, so yeah, I'm happy to wait for you guys.
So yeah, Paul, he's going to continue to make his way back to the team.
All right, Ring. So you hear this? What is your reaction?
She's not going to attempt to go down the hall since he's hidden right now, because she knows that chances are she's not going to be able to stealth this easily, which is surprising given her past. But so she's going to wait for Paul, and they'll go down together.
All right, each one of you give me an initiative roll, please.
Oh boy. Oh. There we go.
I got a 13.
17.
And I get a 17 as well.
Ours is the exact same.
All right. So, Paul, you are first.
So Paul, as he gets back up to Ring and they start heading down towards Scotty, he is going to stay as quiet as possible. Again, to not attract this psycho's attention, for lack of a better way to put it.
Okay, give me a stealth check, please.
I can. That's a 14. Not nearly as good as Scotty's.
Okay, Scotty, because you hear Paul come moving out of this room, and as you're kind of watching this guy, you see him start to turn his head a little bit. Like he's listening to something.
This guy's just gonna come over the comms, like, "Hey, I have a request for you guys. Could you be just a little louder? You know, seems like this guy's, you know, he's okay. You're alerting the guy. That's what I'm trying to say. You're being really fucking loud right now."
And it's like, talk to Paul, not me. I'm following him.
Sorry, we're not all right like.
Oh, look, just let me
Master Splinter.
look. I'm just maybe if I can get somewhere else so that at least if he notices you guys, he won't see me.
Okay, Ring, what are you doing?
She's just following Paul, trying to be stealthy, but given how loud he's being.
Okay, give me a stealth check, please.
If I can figure out where the heck is, there it is. 14, same as him.
Okay,
So she's not doing much better.
so as you guys are having this quiet conversation through your link, Scotty, I'm assuming that you're keeping your eyes on this guy.
Yeah.
So you start talking to them about being quieter or being louder, and it's almost like Ring answers your request. And you literally hear her kind of stumble a little bit in the hallway. And this guy kind of sharply turns.
Motherfucker's a cannibal.
I was joking when I said be louder.
All right, Scotty, you're up.
Is there in the room ahead of him where this thing is?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a spot that looks like Scotty could get to stay hidden from the guy? And if he notices, like, decides to investigate the hallway where Paul and Ring's ruckus is coming from, he wouldn't see him.
In that, boy, there might be a couple of things that you could get behind, but from your vantage point, at least in the area that's behind him, you'd have to take a big risk to get there. And it doesn't necessarily look like it would provide real good cover. I mean, there's some stuff that's tarped in here. There's a couple of old pieces of machinery, some crates. It's up to you. You could move into the room and try and slide behind cover if you want to.
Let's see. So he kind of sees like the spots where there's the potential for him to do it, but I guess he probably recognizes that, like, yeah, it's with how alert the thing is now, it's a bit of a long shot that he'd be able to get there unnoticed.
Okay.
And so he's kind of thinking to himself, like, what can he do? Because it doesn't seem like he's going to have this element of surprise for long, the way things are going.
Yo, the sleep dart, man, never fails.
I mean, is there much like skin exposed on this guy to actually get the sleep dart off, or is he kind of like just covered in that suit?
The suit pretty much covers him. He does have a bald head, but just an FYI for you, it doesn't mean that that's skin.
That's true. Someone as augmented as that could have like skin weave or subdermal plating.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to go over the comments of the other two. It's like, so I don't think we're going to have this element surprise for long. He's already suspicious someone's here, and I don't think you guys are going to be able to get here without him noticing. I can make the first move, but I'm not sure what that first move should be right now.
I mean, given the fact of what we walked in on, I have a feeling he knew people were here anyway.
Should I just go guns blazing?
Wait for us to get a little closer?
Yeah, I mean, you should probably set up.
I'd say prep, but I wouldn't engage until we were close enough to help you.
Right. And at this point, Sky's going to prepare an action.
Okay.
He's actually going to prepare to shoot an incendiary dart from his eye at this thing if it becomes like fully alerted and starts like coming down towards the hallway.
Okay. All right. Well, as you are preparing your incendiary dart, this guy turns fully around. And when he turns fully around, he's the Terminator, basically. I mean, his eyes glow from the augmentation. And you hear as you see the rippers come out of his hands. And he starts charging at you, Scotty. So go ahead and take your shot.
Scotty gonna die.
What else is new? Okay. I'm gonna put my incendiary. Okay, there it is. And kablamo, that is a 21 for 13 damage.
Okay. Now what is does that have an additional effect? Lights him on fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Incendiary.
Alright, you hit him and light him on fire, and he just kind of, but keeps coming at you. And I'm going to have you roll evasion, Scotty.
Alright. Alright, evasion, fighting, and 23.
Alright. And again?
19.
Is that your final answer?
You know what? Yes, it is.
Okay.
The fuck? Wait, what just happened?
Oh
what is
my
that?
god! Chill.
Oh, fuck!
For those who cannot see the rolls, he just rolled 3 fucking 6s against me.
R.I.P. Scotty.
All right.
Bye-bye, Scotty.
All right, Scotty. So you're going to take 19 points of damage, and that is melee damage against your SP is halved. And
Rip and pepperoncinis, my friend.
I'm going to have you roll 3d8 for me.
3d8. Remember when we had combat scenarios where I didn't get injured? I don't remember that either. It was a 3, an 8, and a 2.
Damn.
Poor Scotty, we hardly knew you.
The wizard's
Yo,
curse.
for real. The wizard strikes again, man. You thought you were safe.
Why
That's like-
can't it have been Paul? Paul needs to get his ass kicked once in a while.
I played that
What are you talking
WTF.
about?
I played that WTF right at the right moment.
You did. What you talking about? Paul gets hurt?
Okay,
When? When's the last time he really got his ass kicked?
It's been a minute. He just doesn't do dumb shit.
so you guys have this conversation, and you can you're like within 15 feet or so, and you can tell that so Scotty fires off you can tell that he fired something, and you hear
kind of that whoosh.
you hear it hit, you hear that, you actually see the flame kind of light up around Scotty's silhouette, and you see Scotty duck, and then you see his body stiffen as protruding from his back now are 2 blades.
Oh boy.
This guy just ran you through. Scotty, you are now unconscious.
Oh, okay. Goddamn. Okay.
So you see these blades protrude out his back, and this guy puts the other hand on his shoulder and retracts the blades and just pushes his body off to the side. And now he's looking at you.
And he's
I
on
was
fire.
like, oh.
Paul, you're up. Yeah, there is some flames on him. I mean, some of the the fabric and whatnot has caught on fire. He doesn't seem to care.
Paul's like, he engages him.
Okay. With what?
That is an 18 with the shotgun. That is an 18. I'm gonna dump 2 left to make that a 20, 28 damage.
All right, you hit him, and you hit him good with that shot. I mean, it actually knocks him back a couple of steps. Doesn't knock him down though. Is that it? You still have movement.
Yeah, that's it.
You could close the distance with him if you wanted, or you could move away.
I don't know about all that. So is he close enough to Scotty?
He's your shot knocked him a couple steps back, so he's maybe 2 or 3 feet away from Scotty now.
Okay, so
Scotty is literally crumpled on the floor. I mean, he's just been stabbed right through the chest.
So Paul's gonna move up to where Scotty's at, and DM question: do you count this kind of as another action? 'Cause he's gonna make to grab Scotty and stuff.
No, you can grab him. You can move up and grab him if you want.
Right.
Try and pull him back.
Yeah, he moves up and moves up and kind of grabs him by the back of his kit, the harness. He starts kind of trying to pull him back.
All right, so we'll figure you fired your weapon at him while you were moving. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Much, yeah.
And Ring, you're up. So
Rings.
you see what Paul's doing.
I want to do suppressive fire, but the only thing I'm worried about with that is hitting Paul. So.
What's a little friendly fire between friends?
Yeah.
Okay, she might give him hell. She's not gonna try. If she's gonna shoot him, if she's gonna legitimately aim at them and shoot them, not in crossfire.
Wow.
How can it be friendly fire? You said we weren't your friends.
Right? Yeah. What he said.
It's just fire now. It's fire.
Acquaintance fire, that's right.
Screw it. She'll get suppressive fire then. Try to cover Rob or Paul
Let's-
going into.
Let's do it. Roll away.
It's fucking acquaintance fire.
23.
There you go.
Wow. All right. So she bull pops him, and that would be. All right. So you hit him a couple times, and he moves back out of you guys' view.
Right.
And then if she's
Yeah.
well, no, she's working on keeping cover fire, so she'll let Paul pull.
Scotty, I'm going to have you. Well, actually, no. Paul, you're up.
All right, so Paul is now going to try and stabilize.
Okay.
Scott.
And we'll say you do that. So, Scotty, on your next turn, you can roll a d10 versus your cool to regain consciousness.
Oh, I'm good at that.
That 10 cool helps
Scotty's
a lot,
a
don't
cool dude.
it?
Yeah.
All
He's
right.
the coolest kid in school.
Are you going to continue? Okay, so you're just stabilizing him. Okay, Ring. So you have these two basically on the floor next to you with Paul stabilizing Scotty. What are you going to do? You going to charge in, guns blazing? You going to move back, or you going to stay there, or
He's gonna stay there and cover them, and
shit your pants, or
she's gonna hold action. So if the guy tries charging again, she'll lay down another suppressive fire on him.
okay. And Scotty, roll me that d10.
All right. A 9.
Almost, but you regain consciousness. The last thing you remember is this guy charging at you. Paul, you managed to stabilize Scotty, but the thing that you see is that he stabbed him directly square in the middle of the chest, which means that it probably hit his spine. So you don't feel your legs, Scotty.
I'm the melee character. You took away my legs. What do I have? You took away my weapons. Now you take my legs.
Yeah, I mean, you can bite his ankles.
I'm gonna be like Monty Python Black Knight over here. Come over here. I'll bite your bloody legs off.
It's just a leg wound.
Right then, we'll call it a draw. We'll call it a draw, shall we?
Well, let me take. I'll just take a moment here and tell you what he rolled. Hold on, just a second here. So for the chest injury, because he got a torso injury, and he rolled an 8, so it's a spinal injury. Immediately unconscious until treated. Cannot walk. Requires medical grade spinal replacement.
Damn.
So I guess Scotty's eyes kind of start to open. Like his vision is blurry, still trying to like process what's going on around him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there was a fireball and it came at me. It's like, Paul, is that you, big guy?
Yeah, kid, I'm right here. You're in one piece. Stop the bleeding. You'll be all right, man. We'll get you back to the base after all is said and done, and get you patched up. No problem.
And I think
He
this
doesn't know he can't feel his legs. By the way, he actually kind of goes to like hoist him up to get him back on his feet.
Yeah, Scotty, he like tries. Like he tries to like stand. But those legs, they're like limp noodles right now, man.
Well, looks okay, kid. Looks like you gotta stay put for a minute. So he's like, all right, get out your magnum. I'm gonna lay down some lead on this guy. So he after he kind of props Scotty against the wall, so he's sitting up.
Okay.
And he picks up his weapon and he moves back down the hallway.
All right, so that brings the end of Scotty's turn. Odd or even, Paul?
Eva Steven.
Okay. So, your turn. What are you doing?
All right, so he's moving into that room, looking for this guy. Assuming the size of this dude and the fact that he's slightly on fire is probably hard.
I'm going to have you make a roll here.
Okay.
Actually, that roll is, hold on just a second. I'm going to have you roll conceal, reveal object.
Okay. That is an 11.
You don't see anything.
All right.
You see a little blood on the floor from where Scotty was standing.
So he kind of like he's looking around, kind of clearing the sectors of fire, and with that he kind of backs, not all the way back down the hallway, but kind of like just before the entrance. And
Okay.
he puts his kind of his wall to one of his back to one of the walls.
All right. That's kind of sounding like a reserve action, but not really.
Yeah, he's holding an action until he sees this motherfucker. Then he's gonna shoot him.
Okay, so be more specific.
As soon as he gets a good side picture on him, he's gonna open up.
Okay.
You know, if he comes out of stealth or if he pops out or whatever he's doing.
So if something comes into your view, you're going to shoot it.
If that particular individual comes into my view, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay. All right. Ring.
She notices what Paul's doing, and she'll kind of move up towards him.
Okay.
I'm guessing he's can't see him.
Nope. No, I don't know where the fuck this thing went. Yeah.
Well, if he's
Something
connected to
up
the same shit that's put us in this situation, chances are he's probably got the same stealth shit that Paradox does.
Maybe. That's
Question is, who is this fucker?
fucking cool.
And she just kind of she's just going to continue to watch because there's nothing to shoot at right now. So
Okay. Is that a reserve action?
I mean, she still has the reserve action
From before. Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. You can't stack them, but yeah, I got you.
That's what I said. There's still reserve action, so there's not really anything she can do at the moment.
Scotty, you gonna start using your arms to crawl to the end of the hallway, or?
So, Scotty's gonna like start reaching into his like coat pocket. While he's doing so, he's gonna go over the comms like, you know, you two really need to learn how to be a little lighter on your feet.
I gave up being light on my feet after a bunch of bullshit. I'll tell you the story sometime.
Paul doesn't reply to that. How about you don't get stabbed? How about that?
Oh, yeah, easy enough. Yeah, sure. Even though it's your fault that he even saw me, and your fault, I can't even feel my legs right now.
It's not my fault. I was the one that stabbed you.
Yeah, but you're the one clonking along the hallway with your heavy-ass feet, trying to announce to everyone that we are here.
Look, kid, shit happens.
We'll
Going
get
in
you
each other's
patched up
throats.
when we get back.
Well, I hope you guys realize that you're gonna have, assuming we get out of this life, you're gonna have to haul my ass out of there half a mile through the desert to our truck.
Okay.
You gonna keep whining?
Otherwise, as long as I fucking want to right now, okay? I can't walk.
I mean, could always end up in Paradox's situation, die, come back to life.
Not looking forward to that one.
Rin just looks at Paul and grins with that one.
I mean, we could just shoot you.
Save your ass from being hauled out and not feeling your legs.
I've already told you guys how I feel about that thing, alright? The next clone isn't going to be me. It's just going to be someone who thinks he's Scotty. I'm someone who thinks he's Scotty. Like from his coat pocket, kind of after rummaging through, he's just got like a blunt of synth weed. He just needs it right now. He can't do much.
My man's lighting up in the middle of a firefight. I love it.
I mean, how is that any different than you?
Oh shit.
Paul does the same shit.
This is true, but it's not weed. It's just cigarette.
No, it's just cigarette.
He needs a downer right now.
Hey, we're all good, man. We're all good. All right. Okay, so now we move on to this. Okay. Just a second.
It's the last comment Scotty will say. It's like, just kill that fucking thing. Make it hurt.
That's the plan, man.
Yeah, but I want to know who this fucker is and how he's connected to this fucking place.
Yep.
Or us and why we were being tracked. Again.
Give me 1 second.
No rush. No rush.
I accidentally closed something that I needed. So I gotta open it back up. No. Okay. What did I... Oh. Duh. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So, who wants to pick it? I need an odd or even.
Even Steven.
Even Steven. Okay. So even, you get to make a decision. Odd, the worst possible thing will happen.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
It is even. So you get to make the decision here. Either this guy is going to charge again at you two, or he's going to take a ranged attack.
Huh. He's going to take a ranged attack.
Okay. So as the two of you are there, and you will get your reserved actions. Okay. But as the two of you are there and, you're having the conversation in your head with Scotty, just distracted enough, this guy comes walking out wide open, in the open in front of you, lifts up his arm, points it at you like Iron Man, and something pops up, and you hear. It's called a pop-up grenade launcher. You may be familiar with them from a different character.
I think you may have chosen
Well,
poorly, Paul.
I think so too. I honestly think this is a bad idea. I think I probably should have let him like run us through.
So each of you takes 24 damage.
Can we try to dodge?
Okay, go ahead.
That narrow hallway.
Try and dodge. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking dodge, man. I'm gonna try to give my guy a fighting chance. That's 14.
28.
Harper with a nat 10.
Nat 10.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do for that. I'm going to half the damage for you, Harper. So you take 14 points of damage. Unfortunately, I did also roll 2 6s, and that effect will remain.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. So that's. Whew. Okay, so how much damage that is?
24 damage. And I need each of you to give me 2d8, please.
2d8.
5 and an 8.
You got it. I got a 5 and a 3.
Something tells me Ring's fucked.
Okay, well, that's gonna wait.
Okay, so the blast from this thing does the damage. Ring, you get thrown back. Something happens, and you now have a compound fracture in your right arm. So you can tell us what that looks like.
Yeah, so she gets sent flying back, slams against the wall, and all you hear is crunch, and her basically screaming a list of curses in Italian.
Your second roll was a 3, right, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay. You also get thrown back. Your injury's a little less significant than hers, but you now have a dislocated right arm.
All right.
Not a good day for right arms, huh?
No.
We both rolled the same thing.
All right. Dislocated right arm. That means he cannot use his shotgun.
I'd say Ring's useless with a rifle now.
But previous to this, you both had that reserve action. So go ahead and roll those shots now, because these two things are happening simultaneously.
21 for 7 damage.
And we're gonna roll an 18 for 18 damage. 2 1s.
Okay, and that is an auto fire. Okay. Ring, I'm gonna back up to that really quickly. So you used an auto fire. 21, do you have any luck you want to throw on that?
Actually, I'm gonna throw 3 luck on that.
To make it a 24?
Yes.
Okay. And Raiden, 18, is that your final answer?
That is my final answer, yes.
Okay. So, Ring, you actually end up, you get a really good shot at this guy. Maybe that's why you got hurt worse. You get a really good shot at this guy. You pepper him up good. It actually does 21 points of damage to him. And Paul, you missed.
Yeah, I figured out it would.
So at this point, yeah, you've dealt some damage to him as well. So Paul, you are up.
Paul is gonna pull his revolver and put two in his ass.
Okay, go for it.
That's 20. No, never mind. Wrong one. It's 18 for 12.
Okay.
And 20 for 17.
All right, buddy. You managed to take him down.
All right.
And that will end our combat.
And they're fucked up, and they can't. They both gonna have to drag Scotty's limp ass back to the truck.
Your arm can be set.
Yeah, that's right. He can't do that himself, too.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Ring, hers is a little more serious, and then obviously Scotty's is a little more serious as well. I think we are gonna leave off the session right there. I mean, that was the only enemy down here, so if you actually had the opportunity to take a look through the rest of the facility, I'm gonna say you do find a card on him to open that door.
Nice.
And we will pick up again next time. We're at about 3.5 hours right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't really get a chance to explore this facility, but we'll get that, and you can find out what this place is all about, and you have taken down your first actual cyber psycho at this point.
Correction, Ring and Paul will be able to explore this place.
Scotty's just gonna hold up that wall real quick.
Well,
like talk to the cops, like, how's it over there? Anything cool?
Scotty's probably just laughing his ass off right now at Ring. I mean, she's laying there cussing in Italian right now.
Well, that grenade would have went off in the hallway where you are also, Scotty. So, I mean, I will give you that option to take that damage.
No, I'm going to say Scotty kind of crawled away just a little, so it's kind of, in the other
distance.
room, behind a corner.
Okay. Well, we might learn we might learn something new when it comes to Scotty here. So.
Oh man, that's too funny.
All right, that takes care of us for this evening. Fantastic. Hopefully you guys had fun.
Yep.
We got into the facility. We didn't, and you did figure out some things. So, and you got to meet a couple of new people. You are going to have to decide what you want to do there. So that may be our next session, actually. A little bit more.
Ring does not trust that PI at all.
No.
A little bit more RP heavy session maybe next time. So, all right. So, for those in the audience, I see we got a couple people out there right now. That concludes our session for this evening. The Cyberpunk Red BOR. This is an ongoing series that we run every Friday night. We are going to be switching it up on the Friday nights here very soon because by the end of this month, ideally, we're going to be starting an Alien campaign. So that will be fantastic. More of a story-based Alien campaign. And if you're interested, please do join us on Wednesday night for the update log, which I'll let Rob talk about that. He is the host of that show.
So the update log is our other stream that we do on Wednesday nights with the occasional special episode. One of those is actually coming up this Monday, the 16th, where we'll be sitting down with a fellow streamer, Lord Gasumba, to discuss his his background, the game that he's working on, because he's working on a game. Obviously, he'll explain more during the stream with well-known publisher called Trollord Games. And he'll just be going over kind of his experience within the TTRPG space. He's a very experienced DM and Dungeons and Dragons aficionado, primarily in the second edition and Greyhawk universes. But yeah, find out more this Monday at 8 o'clock, 16th of October, and then we'll be having our usual episode on Wednesday. So getting a 2 for next week.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that. And we look forward to what our new DM, Mr. Scotty, Matthew Vickery, is going to be doing and bringing in new exciting things for us as well in the very near future. So with that, I think we'll take a look and see. Actually, I think we'll raid into Little Bones this evening. She looks like she is doing something interesting. I'm not exactly sure what, but we'll go ahead and pop a raid over to her. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you very much for being here tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. Yeah. See you guys next time.